It's about the I got to say, it's the stupidest thing in sports.
Whoa, he has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free. It's picked up by Michigan State. Jalen Watts Jackson.
Maybe our entire team needs to be executed after tonight.
Ground ball, right side. Cabrera will cut it off. Galarraga covers. He's out. No, he's safe. Phoenix has the ball. And a pinnacle ball throws it down.
DeBrincat gets it back to Goss. Sparing across now. King.
Saber. They score. Raymond. James Bond got to the throw, and it's caught by St. Brown for a first down.
This is BS Sports.
Well, we are back. Week 2, Spartans, Terps. I'm going to be honest with you. We will talk about Michigan State very, very soon, obviously. But I just have a question. Did Michigan know that they had a game today, or was there maybe some miscommunication there? Maybe they thought it was like a Friday, or maybe because last week there was a Sunday game, so maybe they thought what was going to happen was they were going to play on Sunday or something. Man, Michigan sucks. I mean, that was I don't, Michigan State fan, smarm and smearing aside, that looked as bad as you could imagine it looking. Davis Warren looks completely out of his league. I don't even know if Sharon Moore is a head coach at the high school level, let alone at the college level. You finally managed to get a garbage time touchdown after having, I think, one third down conversion the entire first half. And I want to say probably single digits total, maybe not total at this point, but it was bad. It was bad. First time ever noticing this channel go green. Go green, Ben. Go green. Michigan fails to convert the onside kick there, but there is a flag actually. So, so Michigan State today up against the Terps. My only thing is for this game, I need Aiden Childs to look competent. If I have another game of Aiden Childs throwing the ball and there's 10 feet of grass in every direction, I'm going to be pissed. And especially if I see the same sort of flags and miscommunications and unpreparedness, Jonathan Smith really has to get things going. I'm not necessarily expecting them to win, but I don't want it to be ugly. If they win, obviously that's the best case scenario. But if they lose, you have to look like a team that is not completely anemic. You have to look like an actual functioning college football team, especially now when your biggest rival just, died on national television. And I mean, frankly, if Michigan is going to play this way all year, they're probably going to end up unranked. And that Michigan State game might actually be a closer game than I think Michigan fans would have thought going into this year, myself included. I'm not a Michigan fan, but you know what I mean. I don't know. If both teams end up not having a quarterback, it's anybody's game. Because the other thing too, and again, I don't mean to spend too much time on Michigan here, but this defense that was supposed to be the top of the league of college football just gave up 30 points in 3 quarters. I get it. Texas is a top 3 team in the country. They might win the national championship this year, but still, I'm just the point being, this was supposed to be the strong suit of Michigan, and they got completely smothered all game. This game could have been 38-12 had Texas not had a penalty called back on a touchdown pass on their first drive. And they missed a field goal on that drive as well. So, look, that'll be the end of Michigan, at least for now. We'll talk about it more probably on next week's show. But for Michigan State, I'd like to see the defense continue to sort of smother the quarterback like they did last week against FAU. I doubt that's going to happen, and that's not just me being harsh. The FAU quarterback couldn't throw the ball, so he was running around a lot, and so Michigan State was able to get pressure and able to finish drives that way, or finish the quarterback that way. If they are able to do that, if we do see some nice defensive pressures and some nice defensive schemes here against the Terps, I mean, look, Michigan State, when they were good, they were running on their defense. So I don't mind if we return to that sort of football, as boring as it can be. But I guess the other thing, just looking at the stats here. Oh, okay, never mind. That was not very nice of ESPN to do that. That was very not nice. I was just about to break whatever. We'll talk about K'Ron Lynch-Adams because I'd like to see him continue to grow. I'd like to see him get more carries because Nate Carter is not him. But K'Ron Lynch-Adams had a really good opening night in East Lansing. I'd like to see him be able to do something there. Maybe they'll try to utilize him in the screen game a little bit. I know they like to last week, they just like to hand it off to him, and he had that big touchdown run in the second quarter, I want to say. But I guess my main takeaway or my main expectations for this game, I'd like to see Michigan State get something going on offense and I guess continue where you left off on defense. I don't really have any major asks. Like last week, they held FAU to 10 points. Can you do that this week against Maryland? That'd be nice. 2 unranked teams, so I don't expect much from either of these two teams. But Maryland, I don't even know. Maryland's one of those weird teams. Do they still have little Tua? Is Tua's little brother still their quarterback, or did he graduate? Yeah, I mean, look, Armenian man, he threw pick. I will go to my grave. He threw pick singular. That first interception was, even if he was inbounds, it was a pure circus play. That is one of those things where I'm not going to get mad at Aiden Childs for that. Now, it's going to be on the stat sheet. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but it is what it is. I'd also like to see Nick Marsh utilize a little bit more. Nick Marsh and Belling, the tight end that we got. I'd like to see those guys come in. Yeah, right. Exactly. That's the other thing, Ben. We did have a couple of major injuries on the defensive side, so that might harm the secondary. Angelo Gross is still available, though, right? Angelo Gross didn't get hurt, I don't think. Ooh, Michigan State wearing their all whites. Those are sharp. I know this is rich coming from Spartan fan, but I do like those all whites. Those look very clean. Looks like only about 8:20. Yeah, it does happen a lot. I know it happened last year as well. Need the plus 9.5. Is that what it is? We're 10-point underdogs basically, Andrew. Oh, there it is. There's the stats. This is what I wanted to see. Here we go. Yeah. So Childs last week, 114 yards, couple of picks. Again, asterisks on one of those picks. Lynch-Adams, 101 yards on the ground, touchdown, 9 carries. I'd like to see a lot more from him. Yeah, the run game looked solid, despite the fact that the O-line looked terrible. I mean, Aiden Childs, he had at the most 3 seconds to get rid of the football, which for an 18-year-old freshman quarterback, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy to do. But hopefully, as he gets more acclimated, as he grows in chemistry with his receiver core, if that's what you can call what Michigan State has going for a receiving core. I mean, our leading receiver had 2 catches last week. That's not good. Who is M. Masunas? Is he a tight end? I think he's a tight end. But Jack Velling and Nick Marsh, those are the 2 guys. Those are the 2 names that if I don't see something from them this game, then at this point, it's what was the point of hyping those 2 guys up? Because Marsh was transfer, I believe. And so was Velling from Oregon State. He was one of the best tight ends last year, at least in the Pac-12. I'm pretty sure just in FBS. So I would like to see, Jonathan Smith and this offense, design some plays for him. Get the ball to this supposedly really good tight end and let him cook a little bit. I don't know how much of a chemistry him and Childs have going back to Oregon State, but I guess if I'm to expect anybody to have any chemistry early with Childs, I would think it would be Velling. Schuster shot 70% passer last year. I have no comment on Schuster. I don't know him from a hole in the wall. And my thinking is you probably are going to want to give the reps to Childs anyway, because is Schuster a freshman or what's his situation? I don't know how many more years left he's got, but Jonathan Smith clearly believes in Aiden Childs. I mean, he brought him in. So go green, MSU Detroit fan. Go white. Oh my gosh, look at that Terp mascot. Oh my God, it's Jason Ross Jr. again. I can't escape this guy. He's been doing Lions preseason. He's done the past 2 Michigan State. I can't escape him. 5th-year transfer is Tommy Schuster. Okay, yeah. I mean, If things are really bad, then you bring in that guy. But he's got no future, obviously, unless he's gonna get his doctorate. He's not gonna stick around at Michigan State for very long. Oh my gosh, I can't escape Jason Ross Jr. I don't even hate Jason Ross Jr., but it's like, give me somebody new. Why isn't? Where's oh my gosh, what's his name? The guy who sounds like he's drunk all the time. Don't answer that. That's slanderous. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Oh my gosh, Timmy something. Tim Brando. The guy who's I don't even hate Tim, but he does he sounds like he's like always like slurring his word. It's like, Tim, did you have a shot of whiskey before you got on the air? Oh, there come the Terps. It's always weird seeing, I guess Maryland does have a pretty big stadium, but it's like, compare Maryland to like the Big House or, the Horseshoe or even Spartan Stadium. It is a different environment because Maryland's really not a football school. I don't even know I guess they're kind of a basketball school. They're a school. That's what Maryland is. Like, they don't even have a tunnel for Michigan State. This is like when I was playing football in grade school. It's like we just walk in from like the side and there'd be a fence for us. It's coming is more of a coming home move. Oh, I didn't know he went to Macomb, Dakota. I'm from the Macomb area, so that's pretty neat. Wow, there are tens of people at this Maryland game. Holy mackerel, that is a lot of empty seats. Do they know that the game starts at like now? Wow. That is I mean, I get it, they're unranked. Maryland's not expecting much anything, but that's a little, I'm a little shocked. Jason Ross Jr., like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to just dog on Jason Ross Jr., but he just looks like a little boy. Like, he has like a really nice, I like his voice as an announcer. I think he's a good announcer. But like, he just looks like he looks like the, what's that, the Little Rascals, where they had like the kids standing on like each other with the big jacket. That's Jason Ross Jr. Oh yeah, for sure. I don't think you can be out on Childs in just one game. I mean, look, I'm not one to make excuses for any player, because if you're playing, to me, it's like I'm gonna base my opinion off of you, but based on what you're showing me. But Childs, 18 years old, transferring into a new system. He's keeping the head coach though. New players, new receivers, new offensive line, new everything, new environment. I'm gonna give him at least the whole year to see what we got with him. If by the end of the year he's not even starting games, then yeah, you're gonna have to go into the portal again and look for a quarterback, or you're gonna have to be on the recruiting trail and try to get somebody new here. I mean, you should always be on the recruiting trail, but recruiting trail. That's a word. Trail is a word. Angelo Grosse. Oh man, I forgot how cool those FAU helmets were with the Florida State, like the logo. All these like bad teams all got like the coolest uniforms. Maybe we'll get another safety. We had a safety last week. That was fun. Wait, is it Aiden with an E or with an A? Hold on. I swear it was with an A. Hold on. Yeah, they spelled Aiden Childs wrong. Hold on. Did you guys, I don't know if you guys are watching the game. They had Aiden Childs with an E on the graphic. Just now they have it with an A, but like when they like did the little like transition, it said Aiden with an E. Big Ten Network disrespecting us. I mean, to be fair, I probably spelled Aiden Childs with an E before. Aiden Childs, Tommy Schuster, Rylan Jesse, Alessio Milovic. Yeah, no, it's not great. Big Ten Network is not great. When was the last time Big Ten Network ever hired a Michigan State alumni / associated person as an analyst? Because I don't think they've ever hired one. Like, I'm just like, I was trying to think of actual players that are like out of the league. What's his name? I'm thinking college basketball now. Darian Harris. Darian Harris. Is he on? He's on the. Wait, it says he's on the Michigan State staff. So maybe was he at the Big Ten Network? Was he at the Big Ten Network? Or were you answering a different question? I'm sorry. Part of last year's recruiting class. He used to be on Big Ten. Okay, well now he's working for Michigan State. I guess he didn't. He wasn't that good. Gotcha. I don't remember that, but that's just me. So is that the only one they hired Darian Harris? I mean, it's Big Ten Network. It's a local network, so I'm not gonna totally dog on them, but like whenever your games are on Big Ten Network, you know it's not, wow, there is absolutely nobody at this game. That is, were the tickets free or something? Like, or maybe they were too expensive. Ah, jeez. Well, it looks like Michigan State's going to kick it off here. So Maryland will start with the football. So I always like deferring. So I don't know if they won the coin toss and deferred, but as it stands, Michigan State kicks it off. This one will go all the way to the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Terps. Good. Let's see if we can get a good start here from this defense. Gosh, I'm sorry if I'm just glazing here, but I do like Michigan State's uniforms. The all white with the white helmet and the Spartan, this logo, green on the side with the little like Greek swirl thing, whatever it is they're going. They look sharp. They look really cool. Billy Edwards Jr. Okay, so little Tua is not on the team anymore. All right. At least this is an easy name for me. Last week I kept messing up the FAU guy's name. So Billy Edwards Jr. at quarterback, 1st and 10. Here's the snap, and they're going to give it and pick up just a couple of yards here. It'll be 2nd down. Is that Cal Halliday on the tackle? Cal Halliday, a 18-year senior. Block like Panay, yeah. I hope they don't block like Panay. I hope MSU does. 2nd and 8. Edwards snap, hands it off again, looking for the hole and nearly breaking free, but taken down again. It'll be 3rd down. Big chance early for Michigan State's defense. Get off the field. Hemby with the carry. There is absolutely nobody in this game. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be disrespectful to Maryland, but there is nobody at Sekou Stadium, SECU. Southeast Credit Union? I don't know. They're not Southeast. I don't know what the S stands for. Edwards snap, quick pass behind those sticks. He picks up the 1st down, and he is forced out of bounds. Screen pass is successful, and the drive will continue for the Terps. I mean, yeah, he got the block there on the outside. That was too easy. Too easy. So 1st and 10 for the Terps. Man in motion, 5 to the right side. Snap. Edwards, another screen. Trying to find a block, and he is just tripped up, but a pickup of about 8. Felton with the reception and run. 2nd down. I thought he was going to go a lot farther, but Spartan got, I believe, his right foot there and just brought him down. There's a snap. Another pass coming quickly here from Edwards. He's got time. He's going to take a deep shot. This one is deep, and it is overthrown, incomplete. Boy, man, he had him wide open, too. Michigan State catches a break. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Pressure was coming, though, near the end there, and Edwards just got rid of that football, and it was like a punt about a foot or so past where the receiver was. Snap, give, and he's going to pick up the 1st down. Able to pick it up after first contact. Turn into Hutch. That'd be nice. I'd like to see a player on Michigan State play like Aiden Hutchinson. I don't remember the last time we ever had a player like that on our team. Also, by the way, I'm aware of what ESPN is doing. I don't know why it does this. Eventually, it'll fix itself. Same thing happened last week. Hopefully, it fixes itself quick. I can refresh it after this play here, though. See if that does anything, although I don't think it will. Here's a snap. Edwards hands it off and stopped with a gain of 2. Let's try refreshing. Yeah, that does nothing. Well, at the very least, you can see what the weather is. Yeah, right. I don't know if you guys watched that Friday Night Football. Jordan Love injured at the very last play. We'll see what the injury is. But it was lower. It was like a leg injury. He got twisted up there. Didn't look like it was anything major. Edwards loads up, taking another deep shot. Does he have a man? Another overthrown pass incomplete. That's another deep shot that Edwards just completely whiffed on. I'm just checking my phone just in case there is any Jordan Love news. I reckon we're not going to get any Jordan Love news until at the latest sometime on Sunday. Wow, and Michigan State did get burned there again. 3rd and 8. Here's another opportunity for the Spartans. Edwards, pressure coming. Edwards not going to get rid. Oh, no, he does get rid of it, but he's not going to. Oh, boy. Oh, my gosh. He pushed the pile. Did he get it? Michigan State. Wait, no, Michigan State says they have the football. I have no idea what's going on. Did he even. And they're going to say it's a Terp first down. Michigan State nearly got the sack. Edwards was able to just shuffle past that ball forward. And then they were just able to physically dominate the Spartans and roll forward for a first down. Wow. That's about the most unlucky play I've seen. Or rather lucky, I guess, if you're Maryland, as that run's going nowhere and it's actually going for a loss, 2nd down. I believe that was Bogle with the tackle. 2nd and 11. Edwards 3 for 5 so far on this drive. 22 yards. I mean, that like shuttle pass, that's the kind of stuff that you just can't make up. Here's the snap. Edwards fakes the give. Pass coming. Edwards looking, throwing to his side. It is caught just at the line, and he is taken down out of bounds, short of the sticks. 3rd down again. Here's another chance again. It's another 3rd down for Spartan defense. They were pretty good last week getting off the field on 3rd down. See if they can do it against a much better opponent in Maryland and on the road. It's 3rd and 8, so certainly manageable for this defense to come up with a stop. Snap. Edwards, throw, has a man, gets a block, 1st down. Down at the Spartan 30, and Maryland is just marching down the field. Ay. I mean, if there's one thing I can say, they haven't really been able to run the ball most of this drive. Snap. Edwards pass coming. Edwards lobs it up. Edwards. No, incomplete. Oh, my goodness. Another deep shot, and that time it was on target, just went right through, but a flag is down. Is this going to be on Michigan State? It'll be defensive pass interference. That's an automatic 1st down. Put me in a corner. That's right. Put me in, coach. Jeez. It's practically the same thing. Yeah, you see him pulling there on the right shoulder pad. Yeah. It's a little ticky-tack, but it's the right call, I think. So it'll be 1st down. And they hand it off and nowhere to go, but this time for a loss. They might just say he stopped him at the line. Yeah, they will. 2nd and 10. So again, they're not able to run the football. But that was just the first penalty of the day for Michigan State. And hopefully it'll be close to the last, as far as I'm concerned. You guys already know how upset I get with these penalties. Here's a snap. Edwards pass coming. Edwards shot. End zone. Caught. Touchdown. Able to just drop that in. Felton with the reception. And the Terps on their opening drive take a 6-0 lead. The crowd goes mild. Multiple third downs converted, and Michigan State unable in the passing game to do anything, really. They get bailed out by a couple of deep shots that were overthrown, and it does not matter. Extra point attempt coming here. Snap, kick, and it's good. 7-0 Maryland. 8:30 to go. Now we'll get to see what Childs can do, because Edwards, he looked pretty competent marching down the field there. Mostly him on this. Given the fact that he overthrew a couple of guys, I mean, he was able to make plays in tough spots. So now Maryland up 7-0, Michigan State. See if they can answer. You know what's funny now? Because this is the second Big Ten Network game we've had for Michigan State. I feel like I'm just going to get the exact same commercials all year, right? Like, because I remember getting this stupid Speedway commercial about, getting the green gas or whatever. I will not choose unleaded 88. You can't make me. I will choose whatever is the cheapest one. It doesn't come from trees. Okay, look. As you were saying, Armenian Man, earlier, here's reporting for Jordan Love. He's got a MCL sprain, not expected to be season-ending, according to multiple reports. I just got the alert from Bleacher Report here. Expected to miss time, though, with injury, so we'll see how long. Green Bay Packers quarterback suffered a sprained MCL in the team's Week 1 loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. Love underwent tests on Saturday that revealed the MCL sprain with no ACL damage, Rappaport noted. So Ian Rappaport is reporting here. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero added that the quarterback's timeline to return to the field is TBD. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, Love's injury isn't believed to be season-ending, but he is expected to miss some time. Love suffered the injury with 6 seconds remaining during the... Okay, yeah, that's just all that. But look, despite the injury, Jordan Love went 17 for 34 with 260 yards and an interception. He had 2 touchdowns, but I don't think he was really all that impressive. He certainly wasn't all that accurate. I mean, 17 for 34. Was it 17 for 34? Is that right? Yeah, 17 for 34. And obviously with that injury, he's probably not going to play next week against Colts. And depending on how the Colts look this week, that game could be interesting with Anthony Richardson coming back. I did say in my preseason win totals, I don't know what the Colts are, and I still don't really know what the Colts are. So I don't know how good of a team they're going to be. They feel like the AFC version of the Saints to me. Just the way that they seem to run things. I'm willing to be wrong. I mean, I don't hate the Colts by any means. But yeah. So anyhow, game is back. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the campus of Maryland looks very nice, and I'm sure the Big Ten Network will show it off. Wait, what? Wait, the guy who just got a touchdown, Ty Felton. Oh, okay, he's in special teams. I was like, wait, what's going on? Okay, so he's got 2 jerseys for when he's on in special teams and when he's a receiver because somebody else has his number. How does that happen? How does that, I don't understand. How does that happen? Why wouldn't you just tell whoever was the second number 10 to change your number? Michigan State taking this one out from their own 1, and he's going to be taken down at about the 14. So not much of a return there. Was that Ty Felton who came in and made the tackle? And in comes number 2, Aiden Childs. Last week, 10 for 24, 114 yards, touchdown to 2 picks, and 28 yards on the ground. I thought that was saying this is his first collegiate. So I was like, no, last week was. But first start in Big Ten competition for Aiden Childs. He lines up under center. He's calling for 2 men in motion from the right or from the left to the right side. Snap. Quick little screen is caught. And I believe that's Carter, or that's Montori Foster, excuse me, who is forced out of bounds just short of the stick, second down. Oh, yeah, for sure. We'll definitely be talking about that tomorrow night, Armenian man. But yeah, that NFL kickoff is lame. I don't know what committee they were told that this would be a good idea, but it looked dumb. And it looked dumb in preseason. And I was willing to let it play out, but we'll see even more as the full slate of games starts tomorrow. But yeah, it doesn't look good. Childs under center, moves a man in motion, fakes the give, pass coming. Childs looking, throwing, and it is tipped and incomplete. That was Jerron Glover, the intended receiver, who is yet to really make much of an impact offensively. A lot of incompletions going to him last week. I mean, that's a pass he should have been able to. That's on Glover. That's a pretty nice looking pass. You got to be able to catch the football. Might have been a little high, but he should have been able to catch that ball. So 3rd down and 3. Childs snap pass. Childs throw is caught for a first down. And a flag comes in late. I believe that is Nick Marsh. I think is number 6. Yeah, that's Nick Marsh with the completion. We'll see what the flag is, though. If it stands, play stands, it's first down, Michigan State. See what it is. And it's going to be a personal foul on Maryland after the play. So that's an auto first anyway, and then an extra 15 yards. That's a nice catch, though, from Nick Marsh. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's like, I didn't even really notice it because the play was moving so quickly. But, yeah, that's a late hit easily. That's a nice move, though, from Marsh, too, to just throw down the defender. Obviously, he stepped out anyway, but still. So into Terp territory are the Spartans. Here's the snap. Childs' throw is caught and diving out of bounds. That is number 4. Is that Montori? I believe that's Montori. I'm sorry if I don't know everybody's number. Michigan State wasn't very good last year. You got to give me a break here. It'll be 2nd and 6. But back-to-back completions for Childs. They are really passing the ball early here. Childs in the shotgun. Man to his left. Snap. They're going to give it to Carter. And look at Carter go. Carter's going past the 20 and taken down inside the 15. Big play from Nate Carter. And the Spartans into the red zone quickly. As I was just saying, they weren't running the football very much. Michigan State with a big handoff there to Nate Carter, who was quiet last week, but he just made a big play there, running all over the Terp defense. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Terrapin 15. Childs under center. He's calling for something. The play clock's at 5 seconds. He's got to snap the ball. There it is. He's going to give it to Carter. Carter is able to pick up about 5 yards. 2nd down. Still have yet to see Kayron Lynch Adams in the game. Yeah, we have not seen Jack Velling. Jack Velling has not been targeted all this whole drive here. Childs goes under center again. 2nd and 4. Here's the snap. Fakes the give. Childs has time. He's running. Childs throws to the end zone. Incomplete. Overthrew his man. So it'll be 3rd and 4. Third and 4. I mean, that's a play he could have made. And that was a high pass, but you should be able to hit that guy, Childs. That was Montorie Foster, the target. So 3rd and 4. Childs in the shotgun. Snap. Pass coming. Childs throws. End zone. Caught. Touchdown. Sparty. Montorie Foster Jr., Michigan State, answers a touchdown with a touchdown of their own. There you go. Montorie Foster already having a much better day than he did last week. First touchdown of the season for the young man. That was a nice throw as well. Got it to his man. And an extra point away for Michigan State to tie this game up. Should we play the fight song? Yeah, we should play the fight song. Hold on, where's the fight song? There it is. I don't know what this lineup is for. Hold on, wait. Hold on, stop. What is? Okay, here we go. It's like, what is going on with this lineup? Michigan State was spreading out. I don't know what the. Okay. Jonathan Kim will attempt the extra point to tie this game up. Snap, kick, and it's a line drive. Good. Let's get the fight song. Come on. How is Maryland still at a 79% win probability? Jeez. I thought it would be a lot higher. Now the defense needs to step up, that's right. Rah. Oh yeah, the Tigers are playing right now. Childs is him? Is he? Rah, see their team. We're gonna win this game. Fight, raw team, fight. Victory for MSU. I can't believe we're still at it's a tie game, ESPN. Jeez. I mean, if the defense plays the way they did that opening drive, I can understand. Still. But that was a really good drive. That was the best offensive drive from Aiden Childs all year. And I know it's only been 2 games, but that was the best offensive drive I've seen from Aiden Childs. And they were primarily throwing the football. So, very, very good stuff on a 3rd down. Able to get rid of the football accurately. Get it to Montorie Foster Jr., who had a bad game last week. And, I mean, in just less than a quarter has already made up for his bad game with a nice opening drive here. Oh, Western Michigan, Ohio State. Go Broncos. Oh my. That is very precarious for those little kids. I would not want to do that. I wouldn't want to do that as an adult. Those little girls are like on the shoulders of these other, I guess, I don't know how. Cheerleaders are usually pretty small, right? Time for the defense to make some plays. That's right. So here comes the kickoff again. Second kickoff of the afternoon for Michigan State. Goes all the way to the back of the end zone for a touchback. That was like the exact same kick. That ball ended up basically exactly where it was. Oh, you mean we used that clip in the opening, Armenian man? Oh, I did. I did see that. Bowling Green almost won that game. Bowling Green was like, they were feeling it in that first half, but Penn State the talent just outweighed it. But I've been saying this for years. Like, James Franklin is such a bum, dude. This guy has maintained his job at Penn State based on 1 year of success where he won the Big Ten with Saquon Barkley and when Michigan, Ohio State, and Michigan State were all like struggling to see who could have a worse football season. Little end around there for Maryland is chopped up for a loss. Reverse end around goes nowhere. Charles Brantley made the play. It'll be 2nd and 11. Final 5 minutes of the opening quarter counting down. It is 7-all. Oh, it wasn't. I thought it was a reverse. No, it was just an end around. That's a great play, though, by Brantley. That's a really good play. We don't want to talk about 2016. No, we don't want to talk about that. But that's what I'm saying. That's the only season James Franklin ever had success. Edwards pass coming. Edwards throws up the middle. That time it goes for a gain of about 5. It'll be 3rd down. Darius Snow with the tackle. Here's a chance again. Michigan State get off the field on 3rd down. They struggled that opening drive. They did pretty well last week against FAU. See if you can do it right here on the road. He is a bum. I can't stand James Franklin. I cannot stand him. He should have been fired like 3 years ago. Edwards throws up the middle, caught 1st down, and taken down at about the Terp 40. Smith Jr. with the reception. Yeah, I mean, the secondary has not looked good so far. The run defense look better. But the secondary, I mean, they're getting burned on a lot of these plays. 1st and 10 for the Terps. Edwards, he's going to, oh no, he handed it off, and oh boy, breaking free of tacklers and now surrounded by white jerseys as the running back. He's going to pick up just a couple there. It'll be 2nd down. Charles Brantley again. Well, the flag is down. Is this going to be on Michigan State? Oh, it's going to be offensive holding. That'll bring the play back. All right, here's your chance now, Spartans. Here's your chance. It'll be 1st and 20. You got to be able to come up with a stop here now. Let's talk about insult on top of injury. That was not a particularly great play for Maryland. Only picked up a couple of yards, and the hold was on Maryland, and he's holding Cal Halliday, who again is in his I think he's in his 30th year at Michigan State. I'm pretty sure. He'll get done soon. He's got a couple more credits to get. Here's the snap. Fakes the give, does Edwards. Edwards has time, plenty of time, loads up, and it is knocked and incomplete. Charles Brantley nearly intercepted that one. So it'll be 2nd and 20. That was off his hand. That's off both of his hands, I think. Very easily could have been intercepted. Are we going to see a replay of that? Because that looked like it was off both of his hands. I guess we're not going to see a replay of it. So it'll be 2nd and 20, even though the graphic on the field has 1st and 10. Great work, Big Ten Network. Here's the snap. Edwards, pass coming. Edwards gets rid of it. That one's incomplete. 3rd and 20. Back-to-back incompletions from Edwards. I swear, like the COVID year, like with all the like extra years, like I swear, like Cal Halliday is like the Joey Hauser, where it's like, last year's Malik Hall. It's like, how are you still on the team? How are you still at Michigan State? Here's a quick pass there that goes nowhere. It'll be a pickup of about maybe 4 or 5, but it'll be 4th down. So great stuff there from the defense. Take advantage of the holding penalty. And the punt team's got to come out for the first time for either of these two teams. And in Michigan State's favor, it'll be the Terps. That's right. He did have that pick 6. I remember that. That was a great play. So 4th and 14. We did it. We stopped them on 3rd down. Here's the snap. Punt is up and away. And the fair catch is called for inside the 20. So Michigan State will get the ball back. Let's see if Michigan State can put together back-to-back scoring drives here. That would severely change things for, I mean, look, the win probability is going down. Now it's just a Maryland 76%. I really want to know what the calculation is for these win probabilities on ESPN. Let's go get another TD. That's right. I cannot stand this stupid T-Mobile. I was going through every other cellular plan. T-Mobile with the two dudes in the suits. It's like, what the joke is that they're retarded? Is that the joke? Like, hold on.
Is the man retarded?
I always forget I have that drop. It's like when Sharon Moore brings in Alex Orji and thinks that Texas won't know they're going to run the ball.
Is the man retarded?
I didn't ask the question. You can blame that on that guy. Tigers athletics game just started. Yeah, that game last night, I didn't watch it. I ended up going to bed. But I wake up this morning to Tigers lose to the A's 7-6 after 13 innings. How is it that the Oakland A's take us to 13 innings and we lose? I swear. We always lose to the A's. Like the A's could lose 100 and let's see, how many games do we play against them? We play like 7 or 6. They could lose 156 games. And you know what their 6 wins would be? Against the Tigers. But knowing the Tigers, they'll probably win today so that I'm going to be interested tomorrow. And then they'll probably win tomorrow. And I'll be like, all right, here we go. Here we go. Next week's show on Tuesday we'll have another playoff chase update. I don't think they're gonna make it at this point. I think you're gonna have to start sweeping people. Because Kansas City has kind of gotten out of their rut. Boston is getting out of their rut as well. But you do have Kansas City coming up. So that's where there is something of a possibility. If you can win that 3-game set against Kansas City, and if you can survive the 2 series you got against Baltimore, there is a path. It's just you have to do perfectly, basically. Don't give up on Nate Carter. I have not yet, but I'd like to see a little more of K'Ron Lynch Adams at least. Giles is under center. Moves, I believe that's Velling in motion. They're going to give it to Carter, and he's going to be stuffed. Nowhere to go. Yeah, that's right. Scuba was on the mound. And then, because we lose, damn it. He's got at least 1 or 2 more starts left, though, for the rest of the season. So, certainly not. I don't know where he would rank now in the wins. I mean, is that a loss for him? I would assume so, because the game was tied when he left. Oh, yeah, he's going to win the Cy Young, but Triple Crown might not be a factor. Childs pass coming. Childs looking, pressure. Childs now on the run. Childs trying to find somebody. He's able to throw it, and it's incomplete. So it'll be 3rd and 9. Just 1 yard gained on that run. See if Aiden Childs can do something here. Childs is in the shotgun. Believe that is Carter to his right. Snap. Pass coming. Childs throw is picked off. Picked off near midfield. Past the 30. Now past the 20 and out of bounds. I don't know who the intended receiver was, but he was nowhere in sight. Aiden Childs with his 3rd interception of the year. And now the Terps have flipped the momentum right back in their favor. That is worst case scenario. I don't know who he's throwing to. Just overthrew. Just totally sailed him. That is 6. I believe that's Nick Marsh. So, minute 32 to go in the first quarter, and the Terps are in the red zone thanks to a interception. They're handing it off, trying to find that lane, and he breaks free for a first down, does 25 on the quick handoff. Jets, I guess, I don't know if that's a jet sweep. So it'll be first and goal for the Terps. Here we go again, indeed. Final minute of the opening quarter. Probably going to see a couple more plays here, assuming Maryland doesn't score. Here's the snap. Handing it off. No, keeping it is Edwards, and Edwards going to dive in for the touchdown. RPO, Billy Edwards able to trick the Spartan defense. Terps back on top. (13-7), just like that. Extra point attempt coming up. Make it a 7-point lead. Both teams offensively, well, I should say, at least one team offensively moving down the field with some consistency. Granted, set up by the Childs interception. And that obviously flips things. Childs got to be more accurate than that. He's missed guys before. And that interception led directly now to that scoring drive for Maryland after the defense just put up a really nice series. And Childs unable to take advantage. I like how all of these football, these companies that have these commercials during football season, if they're not sponsored by a specific team, it's like they have generic team. It's not any team in particular. So it's like Marathon going to the Bulls game. Firesmith, come on now. I was about to say, Ben, let's not. We're not at that stage. 3 years from now, we might be at that stage. But we're not at that stage just yet. $1 small Frosty from Wendy's. All right, can we stop with all this Will Levis mayo stuff? I'm just disgusted by it. The fact that he puts mayo in his coffee. I don't even hate mayo. I don't love it. It's not the worst thing in the world, but the fact that he puts it in his coffee, that's not. Isn't it too pasty? It's not a cream. How can you put that in your coffee and that would change the texture, no? You're drinking coffee right now? I might be drinking bleach pretty soon the way this defense has been playing. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke, YouTube. Don't drink bleach. Don't do that. I don't even own bleach. When's hockey season starts? I don't know. I don't watch college hockey. But the Red Wings start in a month. They start in October. I think their preseason games are later this month. So we can watch the Wings let us down again. Already did. All right. Too late. Armenian Man is dead. Wait, hold on. Where's the drop?
And now he's dead.
That's Armenian Man. And now he's dead. He's dead, I tell you. Well, Michigan State will get the ball back, down 14-7. And Child's going to get a bit of a mulligan. That ball bounces all the way to the back of the end zone for a touchback. I did see that Michigan State was good in hockey. I just don't have I'm going to be honest. I don't have it in me to watch college hockey. I can't. I have no real true rooting interest. I mean, obviously I'd root for Michigan State, I guess, but my only interest in college hockey would be in so much as there's any Red Wings players that are either already drafted or we will be drafting. And I'm just not that into hockey like that, I guess. Aiden Childs under center. Takes a snap, fakes the give, pass coming. Childs looking, loads, and this one, it's caught. That time by Jack Velling. Big gain. Two former Oregon State Beavers making a play. Fell to the ground as he made the catch, but a flag is down. And it'll be an illegal formation on Michigan State. It's coming back. Ay. That's also true. It's hard to find on TV. And I'm not buying BTN Plus to watch, NCAA. Yeah, NCAA baseball. If you watch college baseball, I'm not saying you have no other is there any other interest in your life? College baseball? Like pro baseball, fine. There are. I know Trey Augustine, Red Savage. I didn't know Austin Baker was on Michigan State's hockey team. I know Red Savage and Trey Augustine's a big name, obviously, because he's one of the best goalies in college hockey last year. Childs throws quickly this time again to Jack Velling, but for a much shorter gain of about, I'd say, 8 or 9, maybe less than that, as the first quarter winds to an end. Also, Red Savage, I mean, if he is not good for the Red Wings, I'm just going to be pissed because we just missed out on the opportunity of having a player named Red Savage on our team. So, Steve Yzerman and the development team for Michigan State, y'all better not mess this up, is all I'm saying. Make sure if anything, make sure Red Savage is a good football player, good hockey player for the Red Wings. Yeah, I really hope that Sebastian Cossa is called up this year, though, because I do not want another year of Alex Lyon and Ville Husso. It's just not going to cut it for me. I don't think that goalie tandem is going to be good enough for you. Yeah, college basketball and football are the only two I watch as well, Armenian, man. And those are also the most highly televised, right? So college football obviously is going to be highly televised. But MSU basketball, look, I've already had my piece with MSU basketball because some MSU basketball fans, these guys are living in another universe, thinking that Michigan State is it's last year was so indicative of what Michigan State basketball has been since 2020. I will say that last season before the tournament got canceled, I do think Michigan State could have won the national championship this year, and the whole conversation about who Tom Izzo is and what his legacy will be. Obviously, all-time coach for Michigan State, one of the best basketball coaches in Michigan State history, one of the best basketball coaches in college basketball history. But he's going through his Mark D'Antonio arc, the late seasons of Mark D'Antonio, where things are not changing, even though he's saying that there's allegedly some adjustments being made. So he's gonna need to change something because we haven't had a real point guard since Cassius Winston. Cossa coming up this year is most likely not gonna, unless Husso, Lyon, or Cam Talbot goes down with a long-term injury. See, to me, it's if Cossa is not better or does not have more if he's not better than Alex Lyon or Ville Husso, he was drafted 3 years ago at this point. And he's been dominating AHL. It's what's the point of giving reps to Alex Lyon or Ville Husso, who you're not going to keep long term? I'm just saying, oh yeah, James Reimer. Oh my gosh, I forgot about James Reimer. No, Malik Hall and AJ Hogard were the epitome of Michigan State basketball in the early 2020s. Right now is they would have games where they would just go off, and you'd think, oh my gosh, here we go. Fake give, Childs on the run, pass coming. He is going to throw. That is a wide open man. That ball comes out, but diving on it is a Spartan for an extra gain. So Michigan State catches a huge break. Montori Foster Jr. picks up the fumble. Oh my God, Madi Sissoko. That guy may be one of the worst centers I've ever seen Michigan State have. the thing is, like, it's funny because like some of these like newer Michigan State basketball fans, it's like you guys don't know what it's like to like my centers were, Xavier Tillman and even Nick Ward was better. As there's a handoff to Lynch Adams, who is going to be taken down just short of the first down marker, pickup of about 8 or 9. I don't even like Max Christie is nothing to me. He sucked when he was here and he left for whatever reason and he's not playing really much in the NBA. I don't know why the Lakers drafted him. I don't know what upside he showed. He didn't show much for me. But yeah, I have no feelings about Max Christie. Yeah, Jackson, Miles Bridges, like, yeah, that's the caliber that I'm looking for. Play action, Childs looking, Childs loading up, going deep. Does he have it? Diving incomplete. Just missed Montori Foster Jr. So it'll be 2nd and 2. Or no, 3rd and 2. Tried to get a deep touchdown there. And he did have it. Montori Foster was open there, but another overthrown pass. Montori Foster Jr. unable to make the catch. I mean, yeah, he had him in by about a step. That's a play you got to be able to make. So now 3rd and 2. Need the pickup here. Want to stay in this game. Snap. Childs going to run with it. Childs is going to pick up the first down. Little design run for Aiden, and he picks it up. That's true. We do get the ball at the second half. Or yeah, that's true. Look, it's like I need. Yeah, right. That's the thing, MSU Detroit fan. Like I need Izzo to go to the portal, and as much as some of these guys might show promise, it's like I've heard that since Malik Hall. Like I've heard that since what's his name? Not Derrick Henry. What's his first name? Aaron Henry, right? Isn't that his name? I think that was his name. Like he was one of these guys that showed promise, but then once it came for him to take control, as Lynch Adams is brought down for a big loss, a couple of Maryland players ran into one another. Cameron Lynch Adams taken down, loss of about 2 or 3 there. I mean, that was a nice initial move from Lynch Adams, but there was no hole there for him to pick it up. So 2nd and 14. See what Michigan State can do here on these 2nd and long. Childs in the shotgun. Pass coming. Childs gets rid of it quick, and it is caught. And out of bounds goes, I believe that is Nick Marsh. It is. So it'll be 3rd down and much more manageable. 3rd and 4, pickup of 10. Again, that loss of 4 yards there from that first run, obviously having an impact. Would have picked up the first down had not been for that loss. Jack Belling in. Yeah, Jaden Reed. I mean, I was upset when the Packers drafted him because I knew he was a great player. And now it's like, I want him to succeed, but he's playing for the Packers. So don't succeed most of the time. They're going to hand it off to, I believe that's Lynch Adams, who picks up the first down and then some. Another big run there from K-Ron. And it's a Michigan State first down and then some. Yeah. That was that. I don't want to. Michigan State college basketball. Like, I was one of the first people that when they lost to James Madison, you can go back and watch the tape, MSU Detroit fan. You can go back and watch the tape. I was like the first person to say, this team stinks. This team's a bunch of frauds or a bunch of phonies. This team is not going anywhere. After that loss to James Madison, there were some MSU fans who were like, well, maybe they'll get it. And no, it was the same team as Childs loads up for a shot at the end zone, incomplete. No flag. Intended receiver was Jack Velling. Velling looked like he was pushed down, but didn't really have a shot at the ball. Oh, yeah, and the Final Four, that was rough. Who would have thought that that would have been the last time you really had any happiness in Michigan State college basketball? I guess the following year was fun until the season ended. As Carter breaks off initial contact. Carter still on his feet past the 20 and taken down in the red zone. It'll be third down, but that, talk about making something out of nothing. A flag is down, though. This might be coming back. Maybe coming back. Both teams just sort of standing around, waiting on the call. Here, oh, now they're still talking it over. See what it is. And an illegal blindside block on Michigan State. It'll be second down again, but the penalties are continuing to be a factor on Michigan State. Much less so far, but they are still a factor for Michigan State. They are just they got to clean this up. They just have to. If they want to stay afloat here. And it's a 2nd and 23 now on a drive that looked really promising. Now you're pinned all the way back to the 34-yard line of Maryland. Giles, pass coming. Giles has pressure, loads it up. Got a man, caught, touchdown, Spartans. Oh, man. That is what I'm talking about. Jerome Glover with a big play. Aiden Childs' second touchdown of the day. Oh, me, oh, my. Talk about a monster play. Michigan State not going down without a fight. I want to say, like they went on like a winning streak, MSU Detroit fan. It was like, I remember it was like Christmas time where they were like, it was like, oh, they got to play Penn State on the road. They got to play Maryland on the road. They got to play Illinois on the road. They're going to lose those games. And they beat them like every single time. It was like, oh my gosh, we're getting hot right at the time when, or it wasn't Christmas. It must have been close to about when the season was going to, because that was like the last few games. Oh, he definitely has possession. What are they talking about? I was going to say, there's no way that play's coming back. Here's the snap. Extra point is up, and it's good. Michigan State ties it up. We got a battle here. 14-all. Michigan State has looked, I mean, obviously Aiden Childs with the interception. That was a bad interception, but he has looked markedly improved in this game compared to how he looked against FAU. Like way better. Like, we are already 2 points away from matching our scoring total of last week's game in the first half. Win percentage, 75.3% win probability for Maryland. It's dropping. It's dropping. We definitely, I mean, either way, I guess to get back on Michigan State basketball, 2019, 2020, we definitely would have won the Big Ten. I believe we would have won the national championship. I think that team was that good. You had Tillman. You had Aaron Henry in his prime. You had Cassius. Yeah, let's get a safety. There you go. There you go. Love that energy, Ben. Love that. I didn't even play the fight song. We got to play the fight song. We just scored a touchdown. We got to play the fight song. On the break. Illinois, Maryland, Penn State on the road. And in Iowa, we beat. That was with, oh my gosh, who is the former Piston? What's his name? Luca Garza was on that Iowa team, and he was a stud. And Ohio State was another. Like they were just going on. San Antonio for the time to be better. I don't necessarily disagree. I think there was certainly a point there where Michigan State football was getting more press than Michigan State basketball was, and then you had like that 2010 Michigan State basketball. And basically every other year we were winning the Big Ten or getting deep in tournament runs, or we were losing to Middle Tennessee State. See, like, I will defend it in so much as like, oh, he's going to take that one out from the end zone. He is going to be chopped up at about the 10, but a flag comes in. I think this might, usually these flags are holdings. Didn't look like it was like a nasty play. I guess they could have named it the D'Antonio Center, but I want to say it was Izzo who like donated to it or something. Like, I think that was the reasoning. Plus, Izzo is he's also a football fan on top of it. But look, Tom Izzo is going to go down as like a Michigan State icon. He's gonna have a statue. He's probably gonna have halls named after him as well. He already has that. 2 fouls on the return team. It's gonna be a holding that's declined, and then a blindside block that will be taken. That'll half their distance to the goal from backwards. So that is going to be really bad field position for Maryland and a great opportunity for Michigan State defensively to get off the field. Eastern Michigan was up 3-0 to Washington, and they're losing. Never mind. I can't believe Eastern Michigan on the board against the runner-up national champs. Maybe we can get a safety here. And the run picks up about 6 yards. It'll be second down. Matt Ishbia, he owns the Suns now, right? Isn't that correct? Because I'm thinking of MSU alum that own basketball teams. Another run this time picks up the first down. Gain of about 10 or so. Maybe less than that. Maybe 7. Oh, he's got to fix his shoe. He's like fiddling there, and his shoe kind of popped off. 1st and 10 for the Terps. Michigan State will get the ball back in the third quarter. So that's why this is a major opportunity defensively. They can get off the field here quickly. Michigan State gets the ball back, take a lead. And once again, they run the ball for a gain of about 5, maybe 6. He does own the Suns. Okay. We got Ishbia owns the Suns. Gores owns the Pistons. It's like, that's not, I know the Suns recently went to the championship, but that was before Ishbia took over. Since Ishbia's taken over, it's, it hadn't been pretty. I'll just say that. Oh, yeah, and Dan Gilbert. That's right. Although he didn't, I guess neither did Gores. Ishbia played basketball though, right? I don't think Dan Gilbert or I don't know. I'm assuming Tom Gores has never played basketball. Oh, are you? That's good for you, Ben. Can you buy the Pistons so that? Well, actually, okay. Tom Gores will spend money. It's just the problem is he's drunk and high at the same time and doesn't know what's going on. Can we make? Yes, that's what Armenian man. Yes. You know what? I'll call whoever the president is of Michigan State right now. I think it's a guy. I'll call him and I'll ask if he can put a statue up of me. And we'll get that going. Here's the snap. Fakes the give. Pass coming. Edwards. Pressure coming. Edwards brought down and sacked. Bogle First sack of the day for Michigan State, and it'll be 2nd and a mile. That's true, but at least Tom Gores will spend money. Now, will he spend it wisely? Absolutely not. But if we can get a good GM, and maybe Trajan Langdon is that guy, I don't know if he is. We'll see. I kind of liked his offseason. Again, you can go back and watch the tape on my thoughts of the Pistons offseason. But if Trajan Langdon is the right guy, I think Tom Gores can at least alter his resume here in Detroit. But I'd rather have an owner that spends a lot and spends stupidly than an owner who doesn't. I'd rather have that than Chris Ilitch, as Edwards with a design run goes nowhere, taken down just past the 20, I think, or actually maybe the 30. It'll be 3rd down and long. So another 3rd and long spot for Michigan State. 6.5 to go in the half. Tom Gores needs to go to rehab is what he needs to do. In the community. Thank you for moving the community. Edwards pass coming. Edwards throw, and it is caught. And surrounded by white jerseys is the receiver. It'll be 4th down and 12, or 4th down and not, probably 4th down and 6. Punt team's coming out. Michigan State's going to get the ball back. Chance to go up here as the half comes to a close. Yeah, I agree. Detroit fan. I like Bickerstaff. I think is a really solid hire. I really like what he did in Cleveland with a young team, a developing team, gets them sort of over that hump. I don't know if he's the guy that's going to finish the job necessarily, but for a team that just needs to change the culture, and maybe Bickerstaff will be that guy. I don't want to just totally, bomb the guy. And that ball is going to end up all the way in the end zone for a touchback on the punt. Maryland tried to get it. So a good field position here for Michigan State and Aiden Childs. Yeah, Bobby Klintman looked really solid. And look, Ron Holland, if he can develop a jump shot, he could be a really good player. But the problem is, I don't really believe in any of these G League guys. I don't really believe in Asar Thompson because, brother, you shot 19% from 3. I don't know if you are an NBA player. I've never seen anything like that. Now, if he's just a specialty, 6-man, plays elite defense and, is a lob guy, fine. Don't be a shooter. Then somebody else is going to have to be a shooter. If Jaden Ivey or Cade Cunningham can develop high percentage 3-point shots, and you got a crew of, Cade. I like the move that got us Tim Hardaway Jr., because we get rid of Evan Fournier, who had absolutely no future here, and we get some picks and a solid vet in Hardaway. Like, I think that was a great trade. Because Fournier, people who might say, oh, we could have got more picks. It's like, I don't care what the picks are. Like, if you're a good GM, you can make good picks anywhere. Yeah, Tobias Harris, I thought that was it's kind of a joke of a signing because Tobias Harris is like public enemy number 1 in Philly. But he's not a bad player. He's a vet, right? Like, you're not going to go out and sign, Clay Thompson in the offseason because he's not going to come play for Detroit. Also, don't look now, but that win probability is now at 61.3% chance for Maryland. That win probability has precipitously been dropping. You know what I'm very upset about? Wait, what just happened? Okay, I don't know what just happened in this commercial. I have not gotten the ability to skip for the Zen on the YouTube TV commercials. I'm very upset by that. I like seeing the animals in the ocean and stuff. Oh yeah, for sure, Luigi. For sure. Also, that is a very funny username. Luigi with a gun. Harris, former Piston as well. He was on that 2016 playoff team, I want to say. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was on the 2016 playoff team. Would I take Luke Kennard back? Absolutely not. No. Luke Kennard gave me nightmares. I don't want to talk about Luke Kennard, Armenian man. Luke Kennard is 2018 playoffs legend, Luke Kennard. Here's the snap. Childs fakes the toss. Childs throws up the middle. That one is tipped incomplete. Nick Marsh, the intended receiver, ball was a little behind him and almost picked off. Oh, that'd be kind of nice. Canada could use another team. I mean, not like anybody in Memphis cares about the Grizzlies. That franchise, you want to talk about bad franchises. Stanley Johnson, get that. You know what? Armenian man is banned. Banned him from the chat. I don't have any mods. I don't even know how to do that. Oh, I know how to do that. I can put user in timeout. I don't want to do that. Stanley Johnson. Didn't he have narcolepsy? Wasn't that his thing? And there is Carter with the run. It's going to pick up just a few yards. It'll be probably 3rd and 6 at the most, maybe 3rd and 7. It'll be 3rd and 7. Was Stanley Johnson the guy with narcolepsy? I think he was. Big 3rd down, though. Michigan State's got to stay on the field here. You want to finish out this half with the football. You don't want to give Maryland the ball back, given the fact that you're going to get the ball back in the 3rd quarter anyway. So at the very least, you want to at least end this drive with nothing from either. You want to end this half at least with nothing from either teams. Michigan State calls a timeout, first of the half. So Childs already has 102 yards in the air. Yeah. Yeah, the Pistons haven't won a playoff game since George Bush was president. Do you ever think about that? Like, last time the Detroit Pistons won a playoff game, not a series, a game, George Bush was the president. The second one, not the first one. Don't go crazy, guys. Now, granted, it was like, I think it was an election year. Yeah, because it was 2008. So, and he was a lame duck president, so he was not going to be able to be back in office. But still. Yeah, very quick half. Game started, a little over an hour ago. And we're already, and we still got the 2-minute. Well, that's the thing, Detroit fan. We still got the 2-minute warning. So, like, this half still got plenty of time. Plenty of time. But this was a 3:30. This was a 3:30 game, and we can get the Zen. Ooh, no, I want the animals. I don't want just the pool. Cut to the animals. Come on, YouTube TV. I want to see like the dolphins or the jellyfish, or they should update this. I want to see like safari animals. Can I see like a lion, like a crocodile? That'd be kind of cool. Maybe a wildebeest. Oh, see, now it's just there's a fire. It's a marshmallow roasting. This is not what I wanted. I wanted the animal. Last time Tigers made the playoffs 10 years ago, 2014. They got swept to the Orioles. Here's a fun story. The Orioles in 2014, last time the Tigers made the playoffs, they made a little bit of a playoff run that year. I think they lost in the divisional round, but after that, the Orioles started to suck. So the Orioles made the playoffs, beat the Tigers, rebuilt, and then have since made the playoffs, all in the time that the Tigers have not made the playoffs. I like that shirt that Jonathan Smith has. It's a nice white button up. Or not button up, white collared shirt. Very nice shirt. Sorry, I just wanted to compliment the man's shirt. I like the hat too. Nice white hat. It's a cool hat. So it's a whiteout for Michigan State, apparently. 3rd and 7. Aiden Childs in the shotgun. Carter to his right. Snap. Pass coming. Childs loads it. Incomplete. Total miscommunication. Nobody was home. I mean, it was coming out of a timeout with that. That's rough. So the punt team's got to come out for Michigan State. That's right, we were. 2016 was our last winning season, which very well we could We'll see if we end up with a winning season this year. I think we certainly could. I think that's definitely. I think the winning season is certainly more possible than playoffs for the Tigers this year. That's not too deep of a punt. Ends up out of bounds at about the Terp 35. So with 4.5 minutes and all 3 TOs, Maryland gets the ball back. And we're going to commercial. We got 2 plays. We had an incomplete pass and then a punt. And then we go to commercial. Big Ten Network, sell. Sell the Big Ten Network. This is ridiculous. Oh, no, we're back. Okay. We had a Wendy's, and then we're just back? What? Wow. And then we're going to get the 2-minute warning. This might be the longest 4.5 minutes ever. Edwards takes a snap, and he gives it, trying to find the block, and only going to pick up about 3 or 4 on the play is 10. So it'll be 2nd down and 6. That was Martinez, I believe, with the tackle. Edwards 10 for 14, 79 yards in the air, and a touchdown. And as well as a rushing touchdown for him. Hands it off and diving forward, but going to be short. 3rd and 1, maybe 2, depending on the spot. Opportunity here. Michigan State can get this stop on a 3rd and 1. Looks like a pretty long one, though. Michigan State could come up with a quick stop here and get another chance offensively to get on the field. Michigan State has been able to stop them on 3rd downs, but probably not. I don't know what the stats are on these 3rd and shorts. 11 games. Well, they got 6 of those against the Rockies and the White Sox. Oh, boy. Is that a false start? Flag comes in. Player on the offensive side just fell to the ground, and it will be a false start. Who would I want the Lions to trade for to increase their Super Bowl chances? Probably Max Crosby. I think he's the easy answer. I think, assuming the Raiders are not very good, Max Crosby could be on the trade block, and he's an absolute dog. I think you put him opposite a Hutch, you have the 2 white trolls of Siberia coming at you every single play. So, yeah, I think Max Crosby is probably the big name, assuming he's even available, which I don't necessarily know if he will. Here's the snap. Pass coming. Edwards has time. Screen pass. 2 white jerseys coming at him, and they're not going to get it. Tackled him out of bounds, which does stop the clock. So that's a great stop. Oh, no, that won't stop the clock, I guess. I guess because he tackled him. I never really understand those things. So the clock will continue to roll, but 4th and 4, are they going to keep the offense out there? I don't think so. So no, they're going to punt it. So Michigan State will get take 2 at a 2-minute drill here. Montori Foster to return it. Snap, punt, and Foster waves it for a fair catch. Michigan State will get it at their own 11. Yeah, wide receiver would also be good. I'm trying to think of who might be on the block. I mean, like, depending on how Jacksonville is, maybe somebody on there. Maybe somebody for them. I mean, like, DeAndre Hopkins is probably going to be available because I don't think the Titans are going to be any good. I don't really know how many good wide receivers will be on the block. The NFL trade deadline to me is a little overrated. I don't really know how much of an impact trades make, at least relative to like big impact. Like I can't really think of, and maybe there's probably some. If anybody can think of like a big trade that changed the dynamic of a team in NFL history, I can't really think of it. At least a middle of the season trade. Nate Carter taken down for a loss on the handoff off out of the shotgun. And Michigan State more than likely, yeah, they're just going to let this roll to a 2-minute warning. So it'll be 2nd and 10. And it'll be a 2-minute drill for Aiden Childs. Yeah, I think Khalif Raymond is fine. I really like Khalif Raymond. He's a dog. And I think we also already have, like, you have Jamison Williams, you have Amon Ra, you have Sam Laporta, you have Jameer Gibbs, you have Isaiah Williams, who you signed as an undrafted free agent. Like, I really don't – I don't think the wide receiver room is really that much of a concern. Yeah, Quandre Diggs. That might not be a bad trade to make. I think – or is he still a free agent? Or you got to trade for him? Like, there's not, like, usually there's really not a lot of huge trades. Like, what was last year? It was Chase Young to the 49ers. And what did Chase Young do for them? The only notable thing I can remember Chase Young doing is letting Jameer Gibbs run in for a touchdown in the NFC Championship game. That's the only thing that I really remember Chase Young doing. I guess the Bears traded for Montez Sweat. That might be big long term, but, like, in the season, it didn't really do anything for them. So, and, I mean, at this point, it just seems that Brad Holmes is really not all that interested in being active at the trade deadline. This is his third trade deadline where he made minimal to no moves. Like, he traded TJ Hawkinson. Last year he traded for DPJ, and DPJ is not even on the team. Well, DPJ I think is on the practice squad now, so he's not making an impact in everyday plays. But I can't really think of any. I'm trying to think of just bad teams. But, like, most of these teams don't have the guys that I would be interested in. Like, other than the Raiders with Max Crosby. Maybe the Browns with Amari Cooper. He might be available. I don't know what his contract situation is. I think of some other middling teams. I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets are. I think the Jets are going to be terrible this year. The Jets are a total, like, man-boy separator as far as I'm concerned. I think the Jets are going to be bad. So, I mean, maybe Alan Lazard, like, is he available? I don't even know if he's still playing. Yeah. So, anyway, it'll be second down. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Michigan State will get the ball back in the third quarter, but they got a couple of timeouts. I'd like to see them put together a drive here. Giles, quick throw is caught by Montori Foster. Or that's Jerron Glover, excuse me. It'll be short of the sticks, so it'll be third down and 3. Did they call timeout? Because the clock is not moving on the... Oh, Maryland called a timeout. Okay, thanks, Maryland. I don't really know why they did that. I guess they figure they're going to try to get the ball back. Okay, never mind. I understand now. But if we can pick this up, and we're going to commercial. What is with all these, like, they call timeout, you got to go to commercial? We got one play. I don't want to see this Enterprise commercial. Goodness sake. Do the thing where it's like the ad is in the smaller screen, or the game is in the smaller screen, and the ad is... Yeah, I don't even remember that trade, to be honest with you. So it doesn't... I mean, I remember Snacks. I remember the guy, but I don't remember the trade. 3rd and 3. Childs in the shotgun. Snap. They're going to give it. No, Childs going to keep it. Childs going to pick up the first down. I think I saw yellow, though. And there is a flag. If the play stands, it'll be first down, but I don't think it will. See what the flag is. Oh, it'll be defensive offsides. So Michigan State will take the penalty for the first down. Oh. It looked like there was a Maryland player who was saying it was on Michigan State, but no, it's a free play. So Michigan State able to pick up the first down anyway, just because of the penalty yards. So 1st and 10, minute 47. Here's the snap. Childs, pass, throw is... Did he catch it? He did not. Ball kind of came out of his hands. That was Jerron Glover. Minute 41 to go. The clock does stop at every first down at this stage, right? Or at least it stops for a little bit. So 2nd and 10. Still got plenty of time. Couple of TOs for both teams. Snap. Pass coming from Childs. Childs taking a deep shot. Does he have a man? Overthrown, incomplete. Oh my goodness. Childs just could not connect with Montori Foster Jr. on that play. I agree with that, Armenian man. I put that in my win total. I think they're gonna finally end that streak. Childs again. That's Montori had his man beat. And you just got to be able to drop that ball in there for your guys. 3rd and 10. This is a big 3rd down again for Michigan State. This is the second chance they've gotten the ball back to just try to go march down the field and take a lead at the half, and they've been unable to do it. And that play clock is at 0. Michigan State calls timeout. You hate to have to use a timeout like that. Oh my gosh, another commercial break. 3rd and 10, though. Seth, summer's over. I'm wearing long sleeves. It's like 60 degrees outside. Much nicer out now than it was this morning. 60 degrees. Yeah, they did. They managed to call the timeout before the play clock, but it's just man, I hate having to use timeouts on those situations, because I'd rather use a timeout when you actually need to stop the clock, not when, you're not getting the snap off and you want to avoid a penalty. Now, on the other side, if you do get a delay game penalty and you have timeouts, why do you not use it? Rather you use the timeout than lose 5 yards. Another big 3rd down. Childs in the shotgun. Snap. Pass coming. Childs looking. Childs going to run with it. No, he's going to throw it. It is caught by Velling. And I think he got it. And he does. Wow. That was Childs. It looked like he was going to run with it. And then right at the last second. And now they're going to run a quick play so that there's no review. And they do. Here comes Childs. Pass coming. Childs on the move now. Childs still looking. Childs thought about it. Now Childs breaking and taken down and sacked. And that was a lot of wasted time for nothing. But a Maryland player is down. So the clock will stop with 1:07. Sharon Moore signed contract. Michigan head coach still awaiting finalization at the university level. Boy, that couldn't have been timed much worse. Sharon Moore just drops a bomb in terms of coaching performance. And then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, we just signed him. Oh, great. Super. So he's walking off on his own, his 45 for Maryland. That's good to see. Kellen Wyatt, 6'2", 262 pounds, out of Glen Burnie, Maryland. So he's a hometown kid. Zadarius Smith. I'd have to look at his stats. My instinct is I would be okay with it. But I have to look. And, I mean, who knows how he does this year. So it'll be 2nd and 11, or 2nd and 10, I should say. 1:11 to go. This is a big drive for Aiden Childs. You got to be able to move down the field here. Still got the timeout. Snap. Childs now moving. Childs throws on the run. Caught and getting out of bounds. Montori Foster Jr. for a first down. That's big. Cuts away just 5 seconds on the clock. And getting out of bounds to stop that clock. I mean, it was first down anyway, so the clock was going to stop. But that's a nice run and pass for Aiden Childs. 1:06 to go. Childs again in the shotgun. Spartans just shy of Terp territory. Snap. Little high. Childs. Pass coming. Childs gets rid of it with pressure. Pass is caught for another first down. Nick Marsh gets out of bounds. Back-to-back first down passes. Childs had some pressure there coming on him. So he was able to get rid of that football before taking a big hit. Nice catch there from Nick Marsh, though. Get that to the 35. Is that his? Yeah. I mean, like, I prefer a touchdown, but yeah, get yourself in field goal range. Oh, I guess he didn't get out of bounds. Childs, snap, looking to pass. Childs up the middle. It is caught again. Nick Marsh, he rolls forward. I think he might have gotten the first. He might just be short. Seconds are counting down. Still have one timeout. Michigan State not using it, though. Here's a snap. They're going to give it to Carter, who's going to pick up the first, and now you got to call timeout. Clock will stop because of the chains moving. But they still have, and they're not calling the timeout. What are we doing? Call a timeout at some point. 15 seconds. Snap. Pass coming. Childs looking. Childs pressure coming. Sacked. Call the timeout, right? Well, now the field goal unit's going to come out. Could have called timeout before. Been able to not rush things. So Michigan State uses the final TO. And they're going to have to get the field goal unit out here. Jonathan Kim going to have to try a deep kick now because of that sack. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why. Like, this is like back-to-back weeks where I've seen this, where Jonathan Smith is not using a timeout when it makes sense. It's like, you call the timeout after that first down. After you run the ball to get the first down, you have like 24 seconds. Call the timeout, come up with a play, and then you run it. Like, what is... I just don't get that. Because now you have to use the timeout, right? It's not a luxury. Now it's like you push yourself back for your field goal kicker, so you screw your special teams, and your quarterback just got hit for no reason. Jonathan Kim about to become Jake Bates. Yeah. 55-yarder for Jonathan Kim. This is the deepest kick of the year. Kick is no good. Wide left. So with 1 second, Michigan State missed the kick. Wide left. Oh, there was a flag on the defense. So it was an offside. So Jonathan Kim gets another shot. And it's going to be a less deep field goal. 5 yards less deep. Wow. Michigan State catches a big break there. So hopefully this time Jonathan Kim can get it because he just missed it. Some of the shadows coming in here. 50-yard attempt for Jonathan Kim. 1 second remaining. Snap, hold, kick, and it is good. Kim nails it, and Michigan State up 17-14 at the half. There you go. Nice kick there from Kim. And Michigan State will get the ball back with a 3-point lead coming into the third quarter. Love to see that. Get the fight song going. Jonathan Bates, that's right. Who is Notre Dame? Northern Illinois. They're losing to Northern Illinois. Former Spartan, Rocky Lombardi. Very good ball. All through the game they fight, but for the only colors, green MSU. Watch the points keep coming. Spartan teams are hard to beat. We're fighting with our men. Rah, rah, rah. See, their team is weak. We're gonna win this game. Fight, fight. Rah, team, fight. Victory for MSU. Because ESPN does not like Michigan State, apparently. But yeah, we're still sitting Maryland with a 68.4% win probability at the half, despite the fact that we're winning by. Spartan teams are hard to beat. They're fighting with their men. Rah, rah, rah. No, I know that. Was he drafted by the Michigan Panthers? I thought he was playing for Cincy. Wasn't he in the preseason? Maybe he dropped. Maybe he got cut. Oh wait, hold on. What is the score of the? Actually, smart guy. I can just go into multi-view really quick. Oh my. Let's watch this on multi-view. So, let's see. Build a multi-view. Okay, sure. Do I care about Ole Miss, Tennessee State? No. Idaho, Wyoming. Jeez, these are a lot of rough games. I guess Eastern Michigan, Washington. I like that. That's fine. South Dakota at Wisconsin. Where's the Notre Dame game? I can't build it with the Notre Dame game. Okay. Never mind. Wisconsin, South Dakota. We can do that. And actually, can I? Let me see if I go back. Is there an where even is Notre Dame? WLIX 10. I'd like to have that with the Michigan State game. Yeah, no, I can't. I swear, man, YouTube TV's multi-view is so jank. It's I can't just build with the games that I want. All right, fine. We'll just look at the score on ESPN. I gotta go to the bathroom soon, as in right now. Can I get the Iowa? Is that the only one with Iowa? Wow. All right, we'll just take that one. Okay. I'm gonna go use the bathroom really quick, and then I gotta refill this up as well. So I'll be right back. Rule is waivers. Interesting. I didn't know there were rules about this on UFL level. You guys see Rutgers take it to Akron? Rutgers. Oh my gosh, Georgia. 48-3 over Tennessee Tech. Okay, so here's Notre Dame, Northern Iowa, or Northern Illinois. Yeah, it looks like they showed them scoring, so. Oh, wow, a little broken up play. Oh, wow, yeah. Northern Illinois up 13-7. This is so wild. Like last week, all the feeling about about Notre Dame was like, man, this team is good. And myself included, I thought they looked really good. And now they're losing a game to an unranked Northern Illinois team. Oh. But Michigan State did outscore Michigan in the first half again. Now, granted, Maryland is a little different than Texas. However, I just want to point that out because I'm that petty. Man, they're really gonna be, holding on to that 4-year run of cheating their asses off and then ending up winning a title. While everybody in their coaching staff and every player on the team running away from any potential penalties. That's crazy, man. Couldn't be me. I guess I can watch the Iowa game. Iowa State. Oh, that's right, Marshall. Yeah, I remember that one. I forgot about the Tulsa one as well. Oh, never mind. It's the end of the first half. This is sort of the problem with the multi-view is that like every game is going to the end of the half at around the same time. Iowa's up 13-0 at the half, though. Iowa, new look offense. I just can't, how is it that Notre Dame can be losing at the half at home despite being tied at the half on the road to a much better Texas A&M team? How does that make any sense? But sort of taking in all the other multi-views here, trying to. I mean, it's a lot of commercials. It's showing the Penn State Bowling Green game. I just Drew Aller is I just don't believe. I don't care that they won 2 games in a row. I don't believe. 1-0 A's in the bottom of the 5th. Ugh. I forgot about that game. But thanks for reminding me. Thanks for reminding me that the Tigers were playing and that they're losing. Who's pitching? Who's pitching for the Tigers? Is it another bullpen day? That's what I'm saying. It's like, why'd you even beat, the Red Sox at home if you were just going to lose to the Padres and to the A's? Don't let the Tigers get hot. That's what they told me. Kansas State up against Tulane. Utah's dominating Baylor. I just want to watch the Michigan. Can anybody identify where Charles Whitson went after he confronted Matthew McConaughey in the middle of the field? Well, not in the middle of the field. I could watch these highlights all day. Oh, you just hate to see it. This is what Swiftie fans, this is what Taylor Swift fans are. This is how they feel when they see Taylor Swift at a Chiefs game. This is me. I'm like them, but when I watch Michigan get blown to shreds. Worst home loss by a defending champion. Where is Charles Woodson? Why did Charles Woodson just left? I can't get over that. I'm sure he's somewhere that he's supposed to be, but like, does it not look a little funny that the guy who was at the desk, who was the only one who predicted Charles Woods or predicted Michigan was going to win this game, he's just not there at the post game? He's just gone. Where did he go? I don't know. He's on a plane to Oakland or something. He's on a plane to as far away from here as possible. Remember when Michigan State was going to hire Urban Meyer? Remember that timeline? I never understood that. There was a lot of people who really wanted it, and I just never got why. Like, guy hasn't coached in like half a decade. He has absolutely no connection to Michigan State whatsoever. I have no reason to believe that he can coach still. And like it's basically like a nostalgia hire. It's like, you know, why don't we hire Lou Holtz? You know? Yeah, right. He's on his way to the Alabama-Wisconsin game next week because he doesn't have to worry about who wins that game. Wow, 21-6, Washington over Eastern Michigan. The Eagles getting beaten. South Dakota against Wisconsin. Speaking of red teams in the Big Ten, I am so excited to hate watch Colorado, Nebraska. I hope Colorado loses by 100. I can't stand Deion in Colorado. It was fun until it wasn't. Like, until Deion started acting like a dummy. Like, I just want, like, all the smack talk that him and the whole culture of college. I just want to see him just get slobber knocked on national television. I would enjoy that. I think that would be, you know, very fun for everyone involved, except for Colorado, I guess. Now, if Michigan State, they get the ball back here in the third quarter. If we can march down the field, score a touchdown, I feel really good about our chances here in this game. Now, obviously, you still got 2 quarters to play total. Meanwhile, Oklahoma State ended up beating Arkansas. Wow. Arkansas was getting so much hype going into this week, too. That's crazy. Wish he would just build up Jackson State. Wait, who are we talking about? Oh, you're talking about Deion. Yeah, I mean, like, at least when he's doing that, I mean, he's on this national stage, and it's like, dude, like, I don't even know if you can coach. like he's talking about, like, how he's, like, giving opportunities and all that. It's like, dude, like, no offense, but, like, you might be out of your league. Ooh. CMC questionable for the opener. McCaffrey confident he'll play on Monday versus Jets despite Achilles and calf injury. He's confident, but he's questionable. Could you imagine? I don't think they will. I think it's Utah's conference to lose. The Big 12. Kyle McCord out in Syracuse getting it done, 31-28. Syracuse might end up in the top 25 for that. That's a top 25 victory. They might end up. They might get some votes. Well, like, I don't really care how you get 5-star players. The problem isn't whether or not you get 5-star players. The problem is whether or not you know what to do with them. Like, yeah, like Travis Hunter's unbelievable. And Shedeur Sanders is a first-round quarterback. He's an NFL player. So is Travis Hunter. But, like, dude, you're like, he's like treating it like it's backyard football. Like that's not real life. You can't be undermining your offensive line or undermining your coaches. Like he just doesn't seem like, and on top of all the, like, he can't take any criticism. Like, he has, you know, skin about as thick as, I don't know, peanut butter in an Arizona desert that's melted. That's right, MSU Detroit fan. Juwan Howard got a lot of big recruits too. Problem is, guy didn't know how to coach or develop, and also may or may not have been a psychopath. May or may not have had massive anger management problems. I remember Michigan fans being like, "Oh, people are too hard on Juwan." It's like, dog, he tried to fight Wisconsin's head basketball coach after he lost the game in the handshake line. Like, that was a fireable offense. Like, you put your hands on another coach after losing a game because of some, I don't even know what he was so upset about. But, like, you can't do that. You can't, like, what kind of example are you setting for your players? Yeah, the Juwan Howard Michigan basketball was a disaster. And Michigan fans will admit that now. But at the time, it should have been known much earlier. I mean, I enjoyed it. I wish he would have stayed forever. Because now they got the FAU coach, which I think is a solid hire. Oh, yeah, that's right. They did lose to McNeese. Man, I had somebody tell me, I'm not gonna say who it is. I had somebody tell me he would take Juwan Howard over Tom Izzo after I think 2020. I was like, what drugs are you taking? Like, in what world would you ever take an unproven head coach after 1 year of success over one of the best college basketball coaches of all time? You can't. Some Michigan fans, I'm telling you, can't. It's hard. Logic is hard, and reason, it's difficult. Yeah, right. And that's what I want to know. He was on that Lou Holtz pack.
Well, I don't get the brain man comb.
He was on that. Whatever Lou Holtz was taking there, that's what he was on.
You work on that shot.
Thank you, Patrick Ewing. Is he speaking Italian? That's beautiful. Oh, man. It always feels like the halftime is so much longer. Stephen A., stay off the weed. Yeah, I mean, you hope that Michigan State can get the high-profile players, but again, the problem with Michigan State basketball is not recruiting, as far as I'm concerned. Tom Izzo can recruit. I don't think that's a question. Question is whether or not he knows what to do with these pieces and whether or not he's willing to adapt to the way the game has changed with the transfer portal and actually be able to coach these guys up and make them better players. Because who's the only, like his best players the last 4 or 5 years have all been transfers. Like, is Tyson Walker and Joey Hauser. Like, the two best players in this decade have been transfers. Oh my gosh. White Claws are so gross. I'm seeing there's a White Claws commercial. It's the nastiest. If you like White Claws unironically, you need to go to jail. You need to go to prison. Because it's like, it tastes like medicine. Like, it tastes like cough medicine that you used to take when you were a little kid. Except it's like poison in this case. It doesn't make you feel better, it makes you feel worse. Hey! Oh, I thought that was Michigan State's greenhouses. Never mind. I've been to the Michigan State greenhouses. I went there for a class one time. It was kind of cool. There were cactuses. I remember that. I thought that was pretty neat. It's hot. If you've ever been in a greenhouse, it's a little hot. Anyway, looks like we're back. Start of the third quarter. Michigan State 17 to 14. See if Jonathan Smith Spartans can finish the job here. They're going to start with the football. You know what? That's fair. I like beer. I still like beer. I like beer. I like liquor. I like wine. I like alcohol. I don't drink that much. If I drink, it's usually I'll have like one drink and then I'm done. Unless it's like I'll drink like whiskey and then I'll maybe have a beer. But usually I'm just having one drink of something, and that's it. That's what I do. Really want to see Aiden Childs continue where he left off in the second half. Gonna be a big half for Michigan State. Up 3. We saw last week Michigan State finish a lead. Finish a lead that they had going into the second half. See if they can do it again. Shadows coming down in Maryland. Michigan State takes it out from their own end zone and is taken down at about the 10, maybe the 15. Is that wait? Why are they playing? They were playing SpongeBob. Oh my gosh, they're playing the Timmy Trumpets. That's right. That's right. Joey Hauser came in the old transfer era when it wasn't just like, oh, and suddenly he's on the other team. Childs under center. Snap. He's going to give it to Carter, and Carter finds the lane. Carter picks up the first. Nearly lost the football, but it'll be a first down. The shadows really are starting to be a factor as the sun goes down in Maryland. Obviously, see, it's interesting because the sun is going down there because they're on the East Coast. Sun is still, high in the sky here in Michigan. I know this is not news to anybody, but I just find it interesting, okay? Nate Carter, 55 yards on the ground on 7 carries. Childs under center. Fakes the give. Pressure coming immediately. Childs breaks it. Now he's on the run. Throws it. Is it intercepted? No, they're saying it's going to be incomplete because it was out of bounds. It was caught by Brown on Maryland's side, but he was out of bounds. At least that's the ruling on the field. It was not a good throw from Childs. And yeah, he's clearly out of bounds. That right foot clearly on the white. So good call there by the referee. Call it an incomplete pass. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Hopefully Childs, that's the extent of the mistakes he makes this drive. In the shotgun on 2nd and 10. Moves Lynch Adams to his right. Takes the snap. Going to give it to Lynch Adams. Lynch Adams breaking free of initial contact, but then swamped by red jerseys and taken down for a loss. 3rd down and then some. It'll be 3rd and 10, actually. As they say, he got to the line. Oh, Wyatt is back out there. He was hurt in the half, he left the game, but he's back in. Start this half. That's good to see for him. Childs pass coming. Childs has time, throws, caught. That is Jerron Glover. First down, Spartans. Yeah, I wonder what Connor Cook is doing. His first start as a Oakland Raider was a playoff game? Did you know that? They didn't win the game, but his first start ever was a playoff game. I think he's if he's not the only, he is one of the only quarterbacks to ever have his first career start be a playoff game. Childs hands it off to Lynch Adams. Lynch Adams breaks free of initial contact. Look at Lynch Adams go past the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 45. Big run there from K-Ron. Boy, he is hard to tackle. You need to have at least 3 guys make contact on K-Ron Lynch Adams to take him down. He has looked really good for Michigan State these first 2 games. 12 and a half to go in the 3rd quarter. Lynch Adams stays in. Childs is in the shotgun. Ball at the 35. And a little end around. Block there from Hayden Childs. Finds the lane. And Jerron Glover picks up the first. Look at the block there from Hayden Childs. Wow. That was a great. Can we get a look at that block from Hayden Childs on the reverse end around? Look at that block. Got the lane open there for Jerron Glover to pick up the first. Marshawn Lynch Adams. That's right. That's right. Beast mode. That's right. He was on the Lions practice squad in 2019. Forgot about that. I think he's selling insurance now. Here's the snap. The give to Lynch Adams. That's going back, but a flag comes in the backfield. We'll see what it is. If the play stands, it's just going to be a second and long. And it is offensive holding. So it'll be 1st and 20. Another penalty on Michigan State. Something that still needs to be cleaned up. I mean, I guess, see, I'm always kind of indifferent about this. When you have a play for a loss and then you get a holding, I actually don't mind. Like, you get an extra down. I mean, you lose more yards than you would have lost anyway, but it's, I don't know. It's a different situation, I guess. So ball at the 31 of the Terrapins. Childs takes the snap, fakes the give, pass coming. Childs has time, plenty of time, loads it up to the end zone, intercepted. Intercepted and ran out of the back of the end zone. Jalen Husky comes up with it, and the Terps take over. Well, that is frustration from Aiden Childs as he slams his helmet on the sideline. A drive that was looking very promising. He wanted just another miscue from the freshman. So I don't know why it says end of third quarter. Maryland's going to get the ball back, down just 3. That's a total missed opportunity. And another interception from Childs. He's definitely got to clean it up, but he still looked a lot better today than he did last week. I mean, we've already scored more points than we did last week. But he's shown the progression. Yeah, he will get better. I think that's true. I agree with that. Now, here's to hoping that the defense can keep us in this and make the stops when they need to. Because there was a brief moment I saw in the win probability that Michigan State had the advantage in the win probability, but now it's back to 58.2% for Maryland to win the game. Oh no, that fan just broke. Yeah, right? Aiden Childs, it's like, is he like Jameis Winston, where he just, like, he can show you these flashes of great quarterback play, but he's got a little bit of a turnover problem. And that's the sort of thing that you expect from a young player, a freshman, is, not being able to take care of the football. But he has shown a lot more chemistry with Montorie Foster and Jerome Glover, for that matter. And so I'm hoping that continues. Yeah, I do like these all whites. I was saying at the beginning of the game, Armenian, I think Michigan State's uniforms look really sharp. Now, do they stack up with Oregon? I'm not going to go that far. Oregon, their uniform game is in another stratosphere. I don't think nationally Michigan State really is like looked at as like a like high, like people really look at their uniforms as like really cool. Not that that's necessarily the marker, but it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, he had him. He had him wide open for the touchdown, and he just totally missed him. He's got to cut it to the inside. He sailed it to the wrong direction. Edwards will load up a throw that is incomplete. Yeah, I mean, like once we get into that stretch, Detroit fan, where it's a 4-game of Oregon, OSU, Michigan, Iowa, he's got to hopefully have that interception problem cleaned up. And I think he certainly could. But I gotta see it before I declare it, I guess. Fakes the give, does Edwards. He's gonna take a deep shot, 1-on-1, lob, and he got it. Just dropped it in there for Felton. Ty Felton, who had the touchdown at the beginning of the game. And that was 1-on-1. I mean, he had him beat by maybe half a step. And now the Terps into Spartan territory. Another pass goes up the middle for another first down. And Maryland is marching down the field here. Ty Felton a little slow to get up, though, on the hit. Oh, boy. And he's getting up on his own, but he's going to walk off the sideline. Probably going to just need to have a play off there. Oh, my. Yeah, that was a nice catch, too. So 1st and 10. Edwards in the shotgun. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off. Nowhere to go. Loss of maybe 2 or 3. Again, Michigan State run defense has been really solid. In both the FAU game and today against Maryland, they have not been able to run the football. Tigers tie it up. Dylan Tingler. All right. There you go. Aiden Childs has looked a lot better. And the defense has looked pretty solid. The passing defense is a little iffy. As Edwards throws a screen that goes for a gain of just about 1. So it'll be 3rd and 10. Jonathan Kim had a nice kick that gave us a 17-14 lead at the half. But Aiden Childs, still young, still turning the ball over. Had a couple of picks today. But able to move down the field in a much more efficient and effective way. So I'm confident that he will continue to develop, which is good. And Michigan State, again, defensively has looked pretty solid, albeit right now Maryland is driving down the field. 3rd and 9. Chance here for Michigan State to hold them to the field goal. Pass coming. Edwards able to break free of initial contact. Now he's going to run with it, and he is not going to pick up the first. It'll be 4th down. So they're going to have to kick the field goal to try to tie this game up. Oh, yeah. I mean, I did watch that Fresno State game, Mr. X. I did not think it was going to be a blowout this week. I thought maybe Texas's offense was going to sort of be like, I thought it was going to be sort of a net neutral where like Michigan's offense was not going to be all that good, and it wasn't, obviously. But I thought the Texas offense was going to be stifled a little bit by Michigan's defense. But at this rate, Michigan's defense might be very overrated. Like they got shellacked. 0 seconds on the play clock. I don't know if that's I don't know what was going on. Was there a timeout called or? And it's going to be a delay of game penalty on Maryland. And that's huge. That's an extra 5 yards back on this potential game-tying field goal. So now Maryland with a chance to tie it up on now a 5 yards deeper field goal attempt. .8:22 to go in the third quarter. .45 yards. Snap, kick, and it is good. The penalty made no difference. He able to just hook it in, and we are tied. 17 all in the third quarter. Oh yeah, I mean, I agree. Best case scenario for them is 9 wins, but I mean, at this point, we could see anything from 6 to 8 wins for Michigan. The way their offense has looked the past 2 weeks, and it's not going to get any easier. I guess I don't know who they play next week, but I don't think it's like a Big Ten team or anything. But once Big Ten play starts, it's going to be a lot tougher. Just keep running the ball. We were kind of moving the ball pretty effectively with K'Ron Lynch Adams and Carter for that matter. So I wouldn't mind, kind of maneuvering more run into the game plan. Yeah, I think if we could get to 9 wins, that's like fantastic. I don't think we will. I think we probably get maybe to 7. Arkansas State next week. Oh, and then they got US. Ooh, that USC game at home, that could be rough. I mean, we'll see how Miller Moss plays tonight. But that LSU win for Miller Moss, he looked like a dog, and that offense looked unbelievable. Granted against LSU, but that could be a good game though. That USC Michigan game could be a good game. Now, if USC blows the top off of Michigan, then Sharon Moore should be concerned. And Michigan fans should be concerned for that. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to beat either Oregon or Ohio State. However, there is a caveat, all right? Jonathan Smith does have experience playing against Oregon. And I want to say Oregon State, I don't think did they beat Oregon last year? Or was it like a closer game? I don't remember. Somebody go ahead and look that up for me if you wouldn't mind. So I'm not saying I wouldn't write that game off totally for Michigan State. But I mean, Michigan State is certainly from a talent perspective, much smaller and less talent on Michigan State's team than on Oregon's team. Take the lead, Parker Meadows. There you go. There we go. 2-1 Tigres. Love to see that. Yeah, I want to say he's beaten Oregon before, recently. So 17 all, Michigan State gets the ball back. They started with the ball to start the half, ended that drive with an interception in the end zone. So now Michigan State will get the ball back, try to take that lead back. Still with shadows on the field as that sun is just setting ever so slowly. NIU about to retake the lead. Oh my gosh. Is Notre Dame really going to lose to Northern Illinois? 2022 they did? Okay, that sounds right. So 1st and 10 for Michigan State at their own 25. Childs under the center. Snap. Childs fakes a give, then fakes it again, then dodges a tackle. Childs on the run. Childs throws it on the run. Incomplete. Try to get it to Nick Marsh. Couldn't come up with it. No. Okay, we already established this. He did play for NIU. He's now apparently, and Michigan State just called for a holding there. So, but he did play for Northern Illinois. Yeah, I mean, he definitely was able to break that tackle or get out of that, but there's a holding. So, I mean, whatever. It didn't really matter if he didn't make the play. But I do like the kind of double fake, but nice move there from Childs to get out of that and try to make a play. But now it's 1st and 20 these penalties adding up on Michigan State. That's been the problem. Here's the snap. Childs' throw is caught for a short gain from Jerron Glover. Maybe a gain of about 5. Second down. I knew it. I knew that he beat Oregon at one point. So he's got that in him. Like, he can beat Oregon. At least he's done it once. I don't know if that's helpful, but either way, focus on winning this game first before we start to reason our way into Michigan State being able to beat Oregon. It looks like there's a Michigan State player. That's Jerron Glover going under the tent. Hate to see that. Childs pass coming. Childs looking, loads, fires, and caught. Montori Foster taken down out of bounds. Third down and probably 10, because that was only a pickup of about 6 or 5. So another third, it'll be 3rd and 9, pickup of 6 on the play. Lynch Adams is in. We know he's got big playability. Shotgun. Lynch to the right. Snap. Pass coming. Childs. Throw. Caught. And first down. Jack Velling makes the play. And Velling is slow to get up. Oh, my goodness. You got to be kidding me. The transfer tight end is slow to get up. He was writhing a little bit. Didn't look like anything that egregious. I don't really know what it could be. Might be that right leg. So hopefully it's nothing too bad, but they're going to commercial. We're going to run out of guys to throw to. Jerron Glover going under the tent. And then, DeAndre Hopkins is playing on Sunday. Okay. I mean, it didn't look like that egregious of a tackle or anything, so I don't really know. I don't know what it could be, I guess. That's sort of my question. Could be the shoulder. I feel like we're just going to start naming body parts. Could be the arm. Could be the hand. Could be a hand injury. Could be a foot. Could be a foot. Put Mike in at tight end. I'll fly out to Maryland right now. Where is Maryland? College Station, right? College Station. Isn't that correct? Not in Annapolis or Baltimore. It's College Station, right? Am I wrong? Somebody tell me where University of Maryland is. I think it's College Station. Yeah, right. It looks like Love is not going to be out for the season. At least as of right now. That's what they're saying. So, yeah, I don't think that'll affect him playing against us because we don't play the Packers, I believe, until, well, I'd have to double check. I know we play them after Thanksgiving. I don't feel bad for Packers fans. What do I got to feel bad for? You got Super Bowls. Like, I mean, I guess I don't know how old some of these Packer fans are, but if they're at least my age, they got at least one Super Bowl. College Station. Cool. Okay, week 9. Okay. So, yeah, he's probably going to be playing by then, so it's not really going to affect us, at least in the immediate sense. It could affect the Packers long-term in so much as they could bury themselves in hopes of winning this division. Nah, I mean, that's assuming that Malik Willis loses them every single game, but interesting. I've been to D.C. Obviously, I say obviously, as if everybody has been to DC. I've been there a couple of times. Giles takes the snap, and they're going to give it to Lynch Adams, and this time he goes down. Loss of about 5. Jeez. Yeah, Tom seems like a decent guy, so Tom seems like a good guy. Honestly, I feel more, if we're talking about fans that I feel bad for, I feel much worse for Brandon Perna. That guy, his whole life, it seems, is just like, well, you know what? I guess he had the Avalanche win a Stanley Cup and the Nuggets win a finals. He doesn't even care about baseball. And he got a Broncos Super Bowl. You know, I take it back. I don't feel bad for Brandon Perna. He got 3 out of the 4 championships. I've gotten 2, which is less, but significant. And also the 2 were, you know, one was 20 years ago and the other was 15 years ago. Anyway, 3rd and 9 for Michigan State. You got to march down the field here. You got to pick up these big 3rd downs. Giles is all alone in the shotgun, but he brings Carter over to his left in motion. Snap, pass coming. Giles looking like he's going to run with it. Giles going to run with it, and he's going to be just short of the first, I think. Oh, man, that was close. I don't know if he got it. And he's going to be short. Oh, goodness gracious. What do you do now? Oh, that's a rookie mistake. Braden Giles. He had it, and he just ran out of bounds. Did not extend that football to get the extra half yard. And it looks like they're just going to punt it. Really? Giles is coming off the field, so yeah, I guess they're just going to punt it. Or maybe they're going to try to get him. There's 1 second on the play clock. Wow. A little surprised. I thought. So a delay of game penalty pushes Michigan State back 5 yards. I think that was probably intentional. I'm surprised that they didn't go for it. I mean, given the fact that last week, he went for it when he didn't even need to go for it. In this case, it's not like he needs to go for it here. I guess like I just suspected. So, okay, yeah, Browns fans, yeah, those guys need some support. One of my good friends is a Browns fan. I went to the Lions game with him last year. But yeah, that one bounces and rolls into the end zone. Oh man. Could have been a great punt, and it'll just be a touchback. Yeah, you guys want to watch Big Ten football at 11 at night? USC, Utah State. I'll never really accept it. I'll probably accept it, but I won't accept it recently. I won't accept it soon. I'll accept it maybe like 10 years from now. By then, college football will be like the NFL. Well, it already kind of is. By then, there'll just be 2 conferences. It'll be the Big Ten and the SEC, and there'll be like 40 teams in the Big Ten. It's like we'll have Montana State or something. Yeah, I mean, it looked like he was short, but my thing is like he was running with it. He had the lane. All he had to do was kind of put his shoulder down and get that extra yard. So that's just a rookie mistake. (17-17) to the last minutes of the game. I'd rather not. I mean, I could see that happening, but I'd rather Michigan State, take over here quickly. But the win probability back moving in favor or in favor? Yeah, back moving in favor of Maryland. 75.2% win probability for them. That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta, like, if you want to be a good quarterback, it's like you gotta be able to put your shoulder down a little bit on those kind of borderline plays. Oh my gosh, Indiana 77-3 over Western Illinois. What? Meanwhile, Northwestern losing to Duke 26-20 in 2 overtime or double overtime. Minnesota with a 48-0 win over Rhode Island. I think that was yesterday. Chance of go green, go white. Little screen pass. No, the running back's going to throw it, and it is incomplete. Flag comes in, and I think it's going to be pass interference. Did he looked like Martinez came up with it, but I think he was out of bounds. The flag was in the secondary. So I think this is going to be on Michigan State. Hold on. If Michigan State, let's see. And it is defensive pass interference. So an auto first and 15 yards. It was defensive pass interference. That ball was overthrown. I don't really get that. Wow. I mean, all right, I get why they're calling it. I just don't agree with them calling it there. Edwards in the shotgun. Snap. He's going to keep it and run up the middle for a gain of about 5. Second down. That's my thinking. It's like it wasn't catchable. Like, it was overthrown for one, and the contact was so is so like not egregious, I guess. Like, I did not really agree with the call. 2nd and 4. Snap. Handoff and shot down for a loss. And it'll be 3rd down and 6. Loss of 2. Chance here for Michigan State to make up for that penalty. Just get off the field here. There is significant go green, go white chance in this stadium. Michigan State fans do travel. Certainly making their presence known. Snap, pass coming. Edwards has time, loads it up, pass is caught, picks up the first, breaking tackles, and taken down just shy of the 50. I did see the umpire cam. That was kind of cool. That was kind of cool to see. I look like that's a hold, but Bills and Vikings fan, how can you like lose the lottery twice? I guess that's a stupid thing to say. How could you lose the team choice twice? Like, how are you gonna make both your, like, I guess if you have a connection to both of those places, then whatever. But I was like, if you are opting in, like if you're transferring into that fandom, like you're not just like a resident. I don't understand that. Chance Rucker for Michigan State is slow to get up. He is up, and he's going to walk off the sideline, or walk off to the sideline. Another Michigan State player. He likes Stephon Diggs? Yeah, apparently. Is he a Texans fan now? That's right, Steph Diggs did play for Maryland. Forgot about that. Okay, so he lives in. Okay, that's interesting. But being okay, so yeah, I'm sure maybe he was from Buffalo originally. So now at their own 49, Edwards trying to drive down the field and reclaim a lead for Maryland. Snap is a little low. Throw is wide and incomplete. That was quick pressure for Michigan State. It'll be 2nd and 10. And Maryland wanted the penalty. Darius Snow in coverage there. Looked like a pretty clean play to me. I guess I could see where he was coming from, but players got to be able to. Edwards loads up a shot and it is caught, but short of the first down. Charles Brantley with the tackle. 3rd down and short. Yeah, we do need a turnover. That would really swing the momentum here. Because right now the defense is not. I mean, like they're marching down the field. This is the second drive in a row where Maryland's just marched down the field here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 3. Snap. Edwards. Pass coming. Edwards. Throw is caught. And another 1st down into Spartan territory at the 39. I guess they were already in Spartan territory, but unable to get off the field on 3rd down. Michigan State did force them to settle for a field goal last time. Edwards with a screen pass behind the line of scrimmage, and a decent block picks up the 4 or 5 yards there. 2nd down. Final minute of the 3rd quarter is counting down. 2nd and 6, all tied up at 17. But Maryland is knocking on the door. Turnover here would really change the momentum. Michigan State has yet to get a turnover all game, as a run up the middle goes for just a couple. So it'll be 3rd down again. And we'll see if they run a play here to end the 3rd quarter. I suspect they will not. Final 25 seconds counting down is ahead of the play clock, so I would reckon they're not going to run a play. And it does not appear so. Oh, they're lining up. Maybe they do. No, 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Maybe they do. 3, 2, 1. And they will. They're going to run it up the middle, and they pick up the 1st down. I don't know if Michigan State was expecting them to run it or to run a play in general, but the 3rd quarter ends with a Maryland 1st down. So going into the final quarter, it is all tied up. 17-17. Maryland trying to take a lead here late. What's the Tiger score? Is that, are we still winning? Anybody want to give me an update on that? Last I heard, it was 2-1. Bottom of the 8th, 2-1 Oakland, or 2-1 Detroit. Okay. All right. A little low scoring affair. That's all right. You can win those games. I'm not a fan of being in the in the political campaign ads timeline right now. Like every other commercial is a political ad. I just don't really ever find any of them convincing. I don't know. I don't work on these campaigns. Turnovers have been costing us. You had that interception in the third quarter in that drive. You had the interception that led to a touchdown earlier in the game. So yeah, I mean, that's for sure definitely the difference here. But very possible that they could still come away here. For sure. For sure. Start of the fourth. 17-17. Mike Loxley. 15-3 in August and September since 2019. So he's elite in the month of September and August. Yeah, for sure. I think that's also very fair. It's like, this guy sucks and I hate him. It's like, okay, I'm sure that's very balanced. Like, but I'm also the kind of person that I already know what I believe, so usually isn't going to change my mind on anything. Edwards loads up wide open, touchdown. Total blown coverage, and Maryland has reclaimed the lead. Dylan Wade had about 40 feet of grass on either direction with nobody else nearby. And Edwards was easily able to locate him, get the touchdown, and Maryland has a chance to complete the second half comeback, taking the lead here now. Yeah, cover zero. Yeah, they cover nobody. Snap. Kick is good. It is 24-17 Maryland. I mean, that's just too easy. First play, and you give it up. I guess if there's any solace, you still got all 14 minutes and 54 seconds of the fourth quarter to match that touchdown. What is this commercial? I also hate these chairs, Professor. Oh, man. Starting to get hungry. I will probably be eating dinner as soon as this game is over, which makes sense. I mean, it's 3:30 start. Game will probably end at about 7 o'clock, 7:30 maybe, depending on if it goes into overtime. College overtime is stressful, so that's the thing. But now Maryland's sitting back comfortably in a 83.8% win probability. Whoa. What is that? There's a guy doing jumping jacks with like one of those mocap suits, and there was like live. Whoa. I think I asked this question last week. Did they actually film these Michigan State ads? There was some that looked like it was on campus, but I don't know. Yeah. Darius Snow got blocked, and then by then, receiver on the outside, wide open. So now Michigan State will have to march down the field to tie this game up. It is maybe about a quarter or so shadow covered field. The sun, I don't know if the sun will be down fully by the end of the game or if it'll be full shadow. Oh, look at that. Third quarter, Iowa up 19-14 over Iowa State. The Cyclones. David Montgomery went to Iowa State. Lions running back. It's the only notable alumni. Yeah, we need some good O linemen. That would be good. I'd like 3 or 4 linemen, please. Aiden Childs is in the shotgun. Crowd is, at least whatever you can call the crowd, is into it now. Giles loads up for a deep shot. Does he have a man? He does! Big play for the Spartans. Taken down inside the 20. Nick Marsh, make a play, kid. Oh my goodness, finally. Aiden Childs connects on a deep shot up the middle with pressure coming. He meets Nick Marsh, who takes that all the way into the red zone. Spartans knocking on the door. What a throw, what a catch and run. Nick Marsh, he was one of those guys that I wanted to see make some plays, and he has had a good game so far. 1st and 10 in Maryland territory. Aiden Childs in the shotgun, or under center, I should say. Snap, flag comes in. I think it's going to be a false start. And before the play is happening, we'll see what the flag is. And it will be a false start. So 1st and 15. I mean, I hate that kind of stuff because you just had a great play. And yeah, that's about as clear as you're going to get. You just made a great play, and then to just shoot yourself in the foot immediately to make it now 1st and 15 on a must-score drive. See if they can overcome it. They push themselves out of the red zone. Giles, toss to Carter, and Carter is taken down for another loss. Ay. Back-to-back. I guess it wasn't a play for a loss, but the penalty, and now you lose extra yards. Jeez Louise. Now you need Aiden Childs to make another big throw. Which we have seen he can do. At least once. Giles is in the shotgun. Snap. Pass coming. Giles looking for a lane. He's brought down and sacked. Could not get through the hole. And now that is back-to-back plays for a loss after the false start penalty. Michigan State started this drive really with the big play that got into the red zone from Nick Marsh. Since they got in the red zone, they have moved in the opposite direction. 3rd and 19. Michigan State, however, is 7 for 10 on third downs today. See if they can make a big play here. Need to get to the 8. Snap. Childs. Pressure. Childs. Thought about throwing it. That ball came out, and Maryland has it. Unbelievable. Aiden Childs turns it over again, and what started as such a promising drive has ended with no points on the board. I mean, talk about not having your focus on the prize. You had a great play to start the drive, and then just totally lost the football, and it ends up at the Terps. 12:19 to go. Maryland trying to ice the game up 24-7 or 24-17. Jeez. Like, you got to be kidding me, man. They just when I thought I was out, they pushed me back out. I don't know. It's like you had this big play. You get into the red zone. You think maybe you can tie it up and then just false start, run for a loss, fumble. Or no, sack and then fumble. Absolutely just not good. Hold on. People were calling Nick Marsh Megatron. That's Calvin Johnson. That's not Nick Marsh. I don't care how good Nick Marsh is. He's never going to be Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson is Calvin Johnson. Don't be calling him Megatron. Oh my gosh, the stupid T-Mobile with these two idiots from Suits. This is like the stupidest commercial. Do people like this commercial? Who likes this commercial? It's so bad. The Tigers win yet? Oh my. Nebraska fans chanting FCU. Tell us how you really feel. Tell us how you really feel. Looks like Tigers haven't won yet. That either means that they're losing or they started blowing it. Because you said it was in the 8th. Should be close to the end. It was bottom of the 8th. The game should be like close to over now, no? Michigan State's got to clean up the turnovers. That's for sure. I mean, he just like lost the football. He wasn't even hit. He just dropped it. Like he wasn't able to throw it, and it just fell out of his hands. Edwards is going to throw a screen, and that's going nowhere anytime soon. A loss of at least one. $10 points off the turnovers is the difference in this game. I mean, that's the nothing else needs to be said. As Edwards looking to pass, Edwards' throw is caught short of the sticks. It'll be 3rd down and certainly manageable for the Spartan defense. They can come up with a quick stop here and try to erase that last drive. 3rd and 5. Did you guys know that Cal Halliday doesn't wear gloves? Did you guys know that? Are you familiar? I don't know that many. The linebackers usually wear gloves. That's usually like a receiver and DB thing. Snap. Edwards. Pass coming. Edwards has plenty of time. Loads it up the middle. It is caught for a big gain into Spartan territory. And another 1st down. Michigan State cannot get off the field. Ty Felton has been eating them alive. I mean, he's wide open too. It's just not good coverage. Here's the snap. Fakes the give. Lobs it up, and it is picked off! Michigan State's got it! Finally, a turnover on the defensive side. Charles Brantley came up with it. It was tipped and picked off. And now, swings right back to Michigan State, does the momentum. Wow. Off the hands, and wow, what a play from Charles Brantley to get under that football. Clearly intercepted it. That is an unbelievable play. So now Michigan State on offense has to back up what the defense just did for them. Giles under center. Snap. Gives it to Carter, who is stuffed. Might have picked up half a yard. No, that was Lynch Adams with the carry. Excuse me, not Carter. Final 10 minutes counting down here. Childs under center. It'll be 2nd and 10. They say no gain on the run from Lynch Adams. Snap. Giving it to Lynch Adams, looking for the block, and he's chopped up. Wow. The rare one contact tackle on Lynch Adams picks up just maybe 2 yards. Quickly 3rd down. 3rd and 7. They're going to say a pickup of 3. Third and 7. Giles is in the shotgun. Snap. Giles' throw is caught, but he's going to be short. Or it was incomplete anyway. So it'll be 4th down. Spartans turn the ball over, or get the interception, and then they get 3 yards of offense. Punt team's got to come out now. I mean, these are the situations, offensively speaking, where you got to be able to put together long, sustained drives of at least trying to get some points on the board. So, once again, the Michigan State is going to have to rely on their defense to keep them in this game. Punt is high and away, but it's not very long. It'll roll all the way to inside the 25. A flag is down, and it'll stop inside the 25. See what the flag is. Could be a roughing the punter. Now, my question is, does that keep the possession? I want to say it might, but I could be totally wrong on that. Referees are talking about it. Referee's still talking about it, and here comes the call. Two fouls on the receiving team. Wait, what? So it'll be actually illegal formation that was declined, and then a face mask on Michigan State. So they were both on Michigan State. Okay. So that will add to the field position. But again, Michigan State, way too many penalties. Again, this is the second game in a row where they've just been far and away the most penalized team in the game. Or the more penalized team in the game, I should say. So 8:57. So let me see. I mean, they did run into the punter. Okay. Guess they don't think that's a penalty. I don't know enough about the rule. Edwards is back out there. Last throw was an interception. Not totally his fault, though. It was a deflected ball. Here's the snap. Edwards hands it off, and they're going to get about 3 yards. Yeah, at this point, defense, could you come up with another interception or a fumble recovery? Because clearly the offense needs that extra field position. Here's the snap. They're going to hand it off again. And that time for a first down. Maryland's starting to run the football at a much more efficient pace. Obviously trying to control the clock. I mean, the pick six, I'd go nuts. But I don't think they're really going to be throwing the ball unless you force them to. I think there's going to be a lot more running plays. So you got to be able to force them into a third down, like force a passing down, and then make a play. Boy, these shadows are really, really something. Snap, and Edwards going to keep it, and Edwards going to be sacked. There's a little RPO, and Edwards comes up with a loss on the play. See, this is the situation here now. If you can get another play for a loss, or if you can, just get an incompletion, as there's another Spartan on two knees this time, as Hughes. Okay, Tigers win, by the way. Tigers win 2-1. So that's good. Meadows had 1 RBI. He's the hot player of the game, according to Bleacher Report. So the Tigers have a chance to win that 3-game set tomorrow afternoon. So that's good. And another Spartan is down, by the way. 22 for 29 is Edwards. 215 yards, a couple of touchdowns, and a pick. Secondary for Michigan State certainly struggled a lot more this week than it did last week, which makes sense. The level of competition is much higher. Hughes is able to walk off on his own volition, but the secondary is just it's been so bad for so long. I think that's just going to be the death of this team. Ty Felton, 9 catches, 9 catches, 127 yards, and a touchdown. That would be nice. Could you do that again for this game? A pick 6? That'd be nice. Snap. Edwards, pass coming. Edwards doesn't see it coming as he throws it away. And they're going to say it's an incomplete pass. Nearly sacked, but it'll be 3rd and 13. Could have been sacked if there was just a second more of having the football, but good on Edwards to just get rid of that football, take a hit from behind from Talley. 3rd and 13. Need a big stop. Whistle being blown. Timeout called. So they're going to review whether or not this was an incomplete pass. It looked like he passed it to me. Not to me. It looked like he passed it. It didn't look like his arm was moving forward. So they're going to take a look. I don't know what that would change though. Well, if it's a fumble, it ended up out of bounds, no? I mean, that's what it looked like. Let's see. No, that's a throw. That's a throw. He held on to it, and his arm moved forward with the ball. That's a throw. That's an incomplete pass. Northern Illinois with a chance to upset number 5 Fighting Irish with 2 minutes left. Notre Dame might actually lose to Northern Illinois after beating Texas A&M on the road. Why does this team exist? Why? What do they exist just to hurt people? Yeah, I don't think anything should change about this. It just look like a incomplete pass. I love how they just have that little tiny box that they use. There's no reason for them to use the tiny box. They just that's just what they use. They've been using that little tiny box since time immemorial. All right. Here we go. Here's the call. So the ruling of the field will stand. It'll just be an incomplete pass. I don't really know it was an official review, so they wanted to make sure they got the call right. It wasn't like anybody was challenging anything. So now it's 3rd and 13. You got to come up with a stop on defense. Get the ball back. It'll be third time's the charm. Try to get try to get the offense, tie this game up. 3rd and 13. Edwards, snap, pass coming. Edwards has time, loads up, caught, first down. Big play for the Terps. Ty Felton again. He might be playing on Sundays. The way he's playing right now. I mean, that might have just been the dagger, assuming Michigan State doesn't stop him here and avoids any points. There's a quick screen that goes for a gain of about 2 or 3. So it'll be 2nd down. But that play might have really sealed the deal. That was probably your best opportunity to get off the field, barring a turnover, which is still on the table. But Edwards is close to 250 total yards. Very well could get that by the end of this game. Michigan State secondary certainly questionable after this performance. Snap. Fakes the get. No, he's going to hand it off, and stuffed at the line will make it 3rd down. Problem is with this situation is they are definitely in field goal range. So even if they don't get it here, I reckon they're probably going to run the ball here on 3rd and 4 just to get a couple extra yards and eat away at that clock and try to get themselves into a good spot for a field goal, because the field goal will put them up 2 possessions, and that would basically ice the game given the time left. So you're going to want to try to finish them off here by Maryland. They're going to hand it off, like I said, and I don't know if he got it. It looks like they're marking him short. Clock will move at 4th and 1. Less than 5 minutes to go, 4:45 and counting as the special teams unit comes out. So Michigan State, basically, assuming they make this, would need a touchdown drive. Probably you'd need an onside kick, and you need to recover that onside kick and or a stop on defense. This is a 41-yard attempt. Snap, kick, and he missed it. He missed it wide right. Oh, my. This game's not over yet. Wide right. And Michigan State gets the ball back. 4:22 to go. Down just 7. Wow. A 41-yarder that was practically right down the middle shot, and he missed it wide right. Michigan State stays alive. Now let's see if finally on, what is this, opportunity number 3? Yeah, this will be opportunity number 3 for Michigan State to just tie this game up, right? Like you need the touchdown and the extra point. And we'll see if they can do it. Michigan State has not scored all second half. This is the second half this season where Michigan State has not done anything on offense. Now, that sort of thing was able to work on Florida Atlantic, but clearly, so far, it has not worked on Maryland. I'm telling you, if we tie this game up on like the final play of the game, like you better win the game. That's all I'm saying. Don't take me into overtime just to lose, right? Like don't do that. Tigers already won today. It's good to know. 2-1 win. I don't care. I don't care who it is. If you win the games, it's a win-lose league, right? Won the game. You got a chance to win 3-game set tomorrow. Can Michigan State please give me a nice Saturday evening win? Oh gosh, we go for 2. That tells me that the coach doesn't believe we can win in overtime. Or he's got some masterful play that is absolutely going to work. So Michigan State takes over at their own, looks like 24, maybe 23. 361 total yards for Michigan State. 249 of those yards in the air, 112 on the ground. Aiden Childs under center. Snap. Fakes the give. Pass coming. Aiden Childs loads up a deep shot. Does he have a man? He does! He's going to take it to the 10, to the 5. Nick Marsh, touchdown, MSU! Oh my. Nick Marsh just took the top off of Maryland's defense. And we are 1 kick away from a tie game. Unbelievable. Just like that. Play action, and Childs and Marsh have some kind of connection going. Look at the big man run. Oh my goodness. Now, Jonathan Kim's got to tie this game up with an extra point. Snap, kick, and it's good. He nailed it. And we are tied with 4:11 to go. Get the fight song going. Come on. On the bank of a red cedar, there's a school that's home to all. Our specialty is winning, and the Spartans play good ball. Spartan teams are never beaten, all through the game they fight. Fight for the only color, green and white. Go right through for MSU. Watch the points keep coming. Spartan teams are hard to beat. They're fighting with their men. Rah, rah, rah. See their team is weak. We're gonna win this game. Fight, fight. Rah, team, fight. Victory for MSU. Hey! Coming, Spartan teams are hard to beat. They're fighting with their rah rah rah. See their team is weak. They're gonna win this game. Fight, fight, rah team, fight. Victory for MSU. Meanwhile, Michigan State on the kickoff kicked it out of bounds. That is going to be a penalty. So not the way to start. Defense has to come up with a stop here. So that is not a good way to start. You're giving them pretty optimal field position. But 4:11 on the clock. Both teams with all 3 TOs plus the 2-minute warning. Let's see if Michigan State come up with the stop here when it means something. Here's the snap. Edwards. Oh, no, he handed it off, and he's going to be taken down for a big loss. It's going to be a loss of about 3, maybe 4. Yeah, right. That's the only thing. Although it does at least give us a chance if the defense can make the stop to win this game in regulation, Mr. X. And that's sort of the hope if you're going to score quick. So it'll be 2nd and 12 after a loss of 2 on the run. Edwards, snap, fakes it. Now he's going to run and pass and catch. Going to be short of the sticks. 3rd down and probably just 2, though. Big chance for Michigan State. Oh, it's going to be 3rd and 1. Michigan State can get the stop here. They will have to punt it away, given their spot. See if Michigan State can do it here. 3rd and 1. Edwards in the shotgun. Snap. He's going to hand it off. He's not going to get there. He's going to be brought down for a loss. Big stuff there from the defense, and they're going to have to punt this ball. There's no way you go for it here. If you don't get it, you give us the ball back with about 2 minutes in field to get into easier chance of field goal range. There's no way they stay on the field. I would be shocked. Their defense has shown an ability to stop our offense. I would be shocked. And they're not. They're going to punt it away. Go green, go whites are now lively again. Montori Foster. So it was a sideline violation on Michigan State. Got to be careful now. I don't know why it says 4th and 1. He lost a yard. Definitely not 4th and 1. It's probably like 4th and 3. Montori Foster out to return it. Snap. Punt is up, and it'll be fair caught at about the 16. Michigan State in 2-minute drills. Now you can just march down the field, get yourself into field goal range, and potentially walk this one off. Maryland does have all 3 timeouts, though. But this is going to be a big opportunity here for us to see what kind of a coach Jonathan Smith is and the kind of quarterback we can see from Aiden Childs. Because right now we've seen a lot of flashes of some really good stuff today for Aiden Childs. The turnovers are a problem, no doubt about it. This right here could put his mark for Michigan State. 1st and 10, 2:12 to go. Probably going to be able to run 1, maybe 2 plays before the 2-minute warning. Little high snap. Childs gives it to Lynch Adams, who is stuffed at the line, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So now 2-minute drills. 24 all. It's not the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute timeout. It's totally not like the NFL, guys. It's totally different. It's only college does this. Oh my goodness. Now I'm stressed. Because now we got a chance to win this ball game. We got a real shot to win it. And a win in this game. I know it's Maryland, but still, it's on the road. It's conference play. That would be huge. That would be absolutely huge. Yeah, Nick Marsh. Get the ball to Nick Marsh. That guy can play. That guy can straight up play. I haven't been, yeah, right. Watching a Michigan State game, this amount of stress. Like, what is this Sunday? Am I watching the Lions? Yeah, 40 yards for Kim. That's probably about right. Detroit fan. I probably prefer as close as you can get. I prefer like 20 yards. I prefer just to get a touchdown, right? That would be nice. NIU upsets number 5 Notre Dame. 16-14, fourth quarter comeback. Notre Dame, why do you exist? What do you just exist to hurt people? Touchdown on the last play? I mean, like, if it's the last play of the game, assuming you're in field goal range, the last play of the game is going to be a field goal. But I get what you mean. Oh, we get to watch Ohio State, Western Michigan after this. I am going to be hate watching Colorado, Nebraska. Thank you very much. National broadcast, I would like to see Deion Sanders crumble. Here we go. 2-minute drill. 24-24. Michigan State, never say die. A 77-yard bomb was the last touchdown for Michigan State. Here's the snap. Childs, pass coming. Childs, pressure coming. Childs on the run, throws it up in the air and incomplete. And now it'll be third down. And all of a sudden, it's a massive third down here. You can't give them the ball back with this little time left. Ay. Come on, Aiden. Come on, boys. Minute 54 and a massive third down for Michigan State in the offense. As big of a third down as there has been all game. Snap. Childs looking, throwing, incomplete. And a flag comes in. If the flag is pass interference, it'll be first down for the Spartans. It was a late flag. As the play stands, it's an incomplete pass. And it is defensive pass interference and auto first down. Michigan State catches a big break. Crowd doesn't like it, but it is what it is. 15 extra yards for the Spartans, and the drive stays alive. Yeah, Nick Marsh was the intended receiver. Childs, snap, pass coming. Childs looking. Childs throws to the wide open Antonio Gates Jr., who picks up about 8 yards. Clock will roll. Nobody using their timeouts yet. Michigan State moving quickly here, though. Childs in the shotgun again. Snap, pass coming. Childs on the move. Childs going to run with it. Childs going to pick up the first down as he slides down. Clock will stop briefly for the first down, and then it'll roll. Minute and 16 counting down. Childs in the shotgun again. Snap, pass coming. Childs loads it up, fires, caught for another first down. This time Montori Foster Jr. Michigan State continuing to move down the field. Minute and 3 starting to count down. Final minute of the ball game into Maryland territory. Montori Foster, who fell to the ground, still came up with the catch. Here's the snap. Childs loads up a shot. This one is caught by Jerron Glover, who gets out of bounds, and another first down. Michigan State really moving down the field. Jerron Glover, who was under the tent earlier in this game, comes back in, makes a big play. Nobody has used their timeouts. Clock has stopped due to the out of bounds. 43 seconds. Michigan State moving down the field. Childs, snap, hands it up. No, Childs keeps it. Childs trying to run. He's only going to pick up a couple of yards. Clock will roll. And a timeout is called. Michigan State calling their first timeout. I reckon Michigan State trying to just get themselves into that field goal range and eat away at that clock. You might probably start running the football here. 34 seconds to go. Oh, my goodness. Look at it. The win probability is now at 80% for Michigan State. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my gosh. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. All right. 37 seconds. Michigan State with a couple of timeouts left. Maryland still has all 3. I actually don't know why we called timeout there. I'm assuming just to be able to run a few more plays, just to get more and more into field goal range. Giles moves Carter to just behind him. Here's the snap, fakes the give, throw. It is caught, and that is Jerron Glover, who is taken down just short of the first down. And another whistle is blown, another timeout, or that was Nick Marsh. So it'll be 3rd and 1. Who called the timeout? Was it Michigan State again? I don't know. It didn't say who called the timeout, or it hasn't said. I think it was Michigan State. I'm surprised Maryland hasn't used timeouts. You got to run the football here, right? Obviously. I think that goes without saying. Because you run the football, you can pick up the first down. Oh, Maryland called the timeout. Okay. So Maryland calls a TO. Jonathan Kim today made a 50-yarder. His career long is 58 yards. You got to run the football here. You might even do a design run. I reckon probably not. You're probably just going to run it with Nate Carter. Maybe you get the first down. And then you just kind of keep running it until people lose timeouts, basically. So 3rd and 1, 30 seconds. Michigan State just shy of the red zone, but certainly in field goal range. Childs under center, Nate Carter in the backfield, and he's just going to run it up the middle, and he's going to pick up the first down. I love how every time this always happens. This is universal. Where like whenever there's a QB sneak or whatever, and there's like a DB who's not like, yeah, it looks like that's the first down. Who is not like in the play. Like no, doesn't matter where the quarterback or whoever ends up. It's always like, yeah, that was probably 4th down, right? Well, they're gonna measure it. It looks like he got it. Oh boy, that's gonna be closer than I thought. I did see the Notre Dame loss. I mentioned that earlier. Oh, maybe he didn't get it. I think he did though. I mean, it looked like it. What do I know? So here comes the spot. And yeah, he got it by a mile. he clearly got it. So it'll be first down for Michigan State. 24 seconds to go. It did look close, but once they spotted it, it was not all that close. So now you probably just keep running it until Maryland runs out of timeouts, right? Until it's like 1 second, right? Like, because you still have 2 timeouts that you can use. So you probably just keep running it up the middle, basically. Childs is in the shotgun. Snap. And he's going to run it. Pickup of about 3, maybe 5 yards. Another timeout called. That is Maryland calling the timeout. 14 seconds to go. Hold on to the football. Continue to add some yards, make it easier for Jonathan Kim. Be able to finish the job here. Again, he has made a 50-yarder today. Maryland with just one timeout left. So what I reckon, Michigan State runs it, Maryland calls timeout, and then I would imagine Michigan State just takes a knee and then calls a timeout with like 1 second to go. Aiden Childs lining up under center. Carter in the backfield. Here's the snap. They give it to Carter, and Carter is going to pick up a couple more. And a timeout is called again by Maryland, their final. So now Michigan State probably just going to knee this ball, or just going to knee it to get this down to 1 second, basically, and then use their second timeout. Or they're just going to bring Jonathan Kim in now. Either way, I would probably knee it so that you don't give Maryland the ball back at any point. Jonathan Kim warming up on the sideline. Aiden Childs, by the way, has passed for 363 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 3 picks, 24 for 39. Yeah, give him no time. It looks like that's what they're going to do as Jonathan Kim. I had nightmares there. Childs takes it, and they were going to hand this ball off, but it looks like there's a flag. Why are they not kneeing it? Is this going to be a false start? And it will be. Why are you not kneeing it? Why are you running a play? Didn't Maryland use their final timeout? I guess they did not. What the heck is going on? I guess Michigan State, the Big Ten Network thing has Michigan State using. Why are you not just like kneeing it? Now they're going to try to pick up an extra yard or two on the 3rd and 11. They give it to Carter, and he's just going to pick up a couple more yards. Final 5 seconds left. And now Michigan State uses their final timeout. So Jonathan Kim will come in here on 4th down. 5 seconds, 4th and 7 for the game. And I'm assuming Maryland's going to try to ice this kick with their 1 timeout left. So this will be the kick of your life, Jonathan Kim. Jonathan Bates. So this will be to get Michigan State to 2-0 in what would be an incredibly impressive win for Michigan State. It'll be a 37-yard attempt to start conference play with a win, and Maryland is calling TO just to ice the kicker. Final timeout by both teams. So this will be the final play of regulation. Don't forget Western Michigan against Ohio State, guys. That's the biggest. That's going to be a big game. Oh my goodness. How hard? It's beating pretty fast. Heart is beating pretty fast. So here we go. 37 yards. Michigan State to try to win this game. It is not right down the middle. They had to kind of turn it. Here's the snap, kick, and he got it. Michigan State wins 27-24. But there is 1 second on the clock, and there is a flag. But I think it's going to be an offsides. We'll see what it is. We'll see what the flag is. Please be on the defense. Oh, no. Oh. And it's a personal foul on Maryland. And it'll be enforced on the kickoff. So Michigan State, there's just 1 second left, so they will have to kick it off. But this will win the game. Michigan State's going to just kick it off. All they got to do is stop them on the kickoff. So it's not technically over, but Michigan State has taken the lead with 1 second left on a Jonathan Kim go-ahead field goal. And he knew it as soon as it left as soon as he kicked it. Go green, go white chance in College Station. So now Michigan State's just got to come up with a stop here. But there's a penalty, so I don't even know if you can score. Because, my thinking is there's the penalty that's enforced on the kickoff. But there has to be it has to be overruled if there's a score. I don't really know. I don't know how that would work actually. But Michigan State still's got to kick it off with 1 second remaining. We'll see how they end up going about this. And it's a line drive that'll go all the way to the back. So they're not even giving them a chance to return the kick because then they'll get the 15 yards from that penalty. So we will see the Maryland offense for one last play. 99.9% win probability, baby. So all Michigan State's defense has to do is make one stop, keep them out of the end zone. There's chance of Aiden Childs that can be heard in College Station. Good for him. A 363 passing yard day for Childs. And Michigan State, obviously, nothing but deep threat guys. Edwards' throw is caught, and now the lateral fest will begin. And he laterals it back, and he throws it away all the way to the opposite side, and still alive. And now he's brought down. There it is. Michigan State wins. Comeback victory for the Spartans, and they win it 27-24, and they are 2-0 on the year. What a win. What a game for Michigan State. Let's get the fight song. Wow, what a game and what a win. Victory for MSU on the banks of the Red Cedar. There's a school that's home to all. Our specialty is winning, and the Spartans play good ball. Spartan teams are never beaten. All through the game they fight. Fight for the only color, green and white. Go right through for MSU. Watch the points keep coming. Spartan teams are hard to beat. They're fighting with their men. Rah, rah, rah. See their team is weak. We're gonna win this game. Fight, fight. Rah, team, fight. Victory for MSU. That's right, we have a better record than Michigan. Standings check. Go right through for MSU. Watch the points keep coming. Spartan teams are hard to beat. They're fighting with their men. Rah, rah, rah. See their team. We're gonna win this game. Fight, fight. Rod team fight. Victory for MSU. Let's go. Let's go. What a win. Let's break it down real quick before we go. Aiden Childs had a day. 24 for 39, 363 yards, 3 tutties, 3 picks. Needs to clean that up. He also had 11 yards on the ground. Nate Carter had a solid night or solid day. K'Ron Lynch-Adams, a little underwhelming, 10 carries for 46 yards. Nick Marsh, though, we may have seen the next big wide receiver for Michigan State. Nick Marsh, 8 catches for 194 yards and a 77-yard tutty that really switched this game for the Spartans. A great, great win on the offensive side. On the defensive side, the secondary was kind of beaten up a little bit. Billy Edwards Jr. passed for 253 yards, but a really great interception by Charles Brantley that also kind of kept the game alive. And defensively, you also had some really nice plays. Let's see. We had 7 TFLs. We had the sack from Chris Bogle as well. Angelo Gross had a half a tackle of loss. Chris Bogle or Charles Brantley also had the TFL. You had some pretty good stuff overall. I'd say probably the weak point was the passing defense. They did give up a lot of, unnecessary stuff. But Jonathan Kim as well, 2 for 2, made a 50-yard field goal, the game-winning field goal for us as well. The penalties were frustrating. Let me actually take a look at that if these have loaded. Let's see. Once again, Michigan State with 100 yards of penalty, 10 penalties for 100 yards. I want to hear actually what Jonathan Kim says. Give me just 1 second. All right. Great win for Michigan State. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Ben. It was a great time. Always a great time. We'll be live again tomorrow for the Lions game, so if you're a Lions fan, pretty sure to watch that. But Michigan State also didn't even have the ball as long, but they took advantage when they did. 27 minutes with the ball, 32 minutes for Maryland. Managed to take more advantage, more total yards, obviously more turnovers, but more first downs. Let me see. Does it say how they were on third down? They were 8 for 14 on third down. That's, by my math, more than 50% success rate. That's pretty good. I can live with that. And again, 363 yards in the air. Also, for but a moment, I thought Nick Marsh's picture was the same as Aiden Childs' picture, but they are slightly different. Yeah, this is a much improved team. This is exactly what I wanted to see. I wanted to see Michigan State, if they're not going to win, which obviously they did, and that's best case scenario, at least look better. And this looked way better. Aiden Childs looked like he has the makings to be a really good quarterback in the Big Ten, in college football in general. You don't accidentally throw for 363 yards. You just don't. It just doesn't happen. And Nick Marsh as well. He has the makings of being a star wide receiver as well. So look, clean up the penalties, clean up the turnovers. This could be, I think we certainly could hit the over, right? We're 3 more wins away from hitting the over. And I guess just a brief look ahead, schedule-wise, one of those games is Prairie View. I have a good shot that we're going to beat Prairie View at home. And then you got Boston College on the road. Boston College might be kind of tough on the road, but hey, if the way they managed to gut a win out here against Maryland, I think you could beat Boston College for sure. But then the gauntlet starts, and that's when things get scary. So either way, though, kept their head in the game. You know what? That's what I was most impressed by. You kept your head in the game. You didn't give up. I thought after that big third down they gave up, I was like, this is basically over. But certainly they didn't think that for sure. And I'd rather they have hope than me because I'm not on the field. And you know what? We're gonna keep this on hold. Hey, I'm going to the tailgate next week. That's going to be fun. So I won't be broadcasting next week, just for the record. I'll be at a tailgate. But I will be watching because whatever. It's a game. It's football. I want to see Michigan State play. But I appreciate anybody for stopping by. I appreciate all the new folks for stopping by. Be sure to hit the like. Be sure to hit the subscribe. I guess just a little bit about me in this show. We do the live reaction to the football games, but mostly the main thing that I like to do is the Tuesday weekly show. It's a recap of all things sports, not just football, not just college. It's NFL, NHL, NBA, MLB. Basically, if it's in the news, if it's newsworthy, we'll talk about it. So, again, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We're live Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern. But again, tomorrow, though, it's already scheduled. Should be able to see it on the channel tomorrow. We'll be live broadcasting and reacting to the Lions season opener, Sunday Night Football against the Rams. Hoping to have another victory there. But yeah, that is that. Oh, wait, hold on. Did Iowa State, did they just beat Iowa? Oh my gosh, Iowa State beat Iowa. Oh my goodness. The gauntlet no longer looks nearly as scary for Michigan State. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna get going here. This is almost a 4-hour stream, so this is great. But have a good night, everybody. Be sure to enjoy the rest of the college football weekend, and I'll see you all tomorrow night. Goodbye. See you later. Goodbye. Bye-bye. See ya.